just live here.
I mean, we're taking the people with us, so we really don't need it watched.
Are we taking? Is Ren going to freedom? Because I mean, essentially at this point,
We're
she's
not
the same
going
as
to
well.
freedom.
I wasn't planning on going with you all, but I can if you need me to.
I was making a joke. We're going to the king.
I mean, I would if you want to come with.
Nah.
We could go to freedom, though.
We're not going to freedom.
Well, where are you putting these people then?
On a boat to freedom.
You're just gonna put the 3 of them on a boat and say bye-bye?
Yep. Don't need to go to that shithole.
How did they get captured in the first place?
Probably on a boat.
Going to freedom.
So I bought it. She goes, nice staying with y'all. She drinks again, puts it on the table, and like one of them goes to clean it up. She's like, oh, no, I wouldn't make you do that on your last day. She walks over and throws it away herself, and then walks out.
Ren.
Yeah,
I love you.
it makes one of us. She walks out. Fucking hate myself. Go. She's gone.
She's perfect.
Shaylana's already moving towards the castle.
As a
Yeah. So,
Okay.
same. I'm making a rat.
Yeah, you can. It's not terrible hard to do. I mean, it's even in the original prints.
I guess I'll roll with the.
Okay, you all end up at the castle. You're let in. It's pretty standard. The king is currently by himself, actually. Make sure the day was still.
Hey, where's the floppy-haired guy?
Was.
I'll stay at the house and get the card.
He is actually, yeah, he's completely by himself. The druid is not with him right now.
We have wonderful news to report, Your Majesty.
Are the doors closed?
One of the guards closes the door.
I thought it was
We
we
killed
You're
Chris.
good.
Okay, go for it.
We killed Chris.
We fucking killed a Titan, dude! Yes!
Congratulations. I'm very impressed.
Yes.
How did you pull this off?
By a weird series
Cairo
of
didn't
events.
sleep for a long time.
That doesn't explain anything, but I'll take it.
Yes. No, we.
Track's a hell of a drug.
I mean, we explained everything to Rin, so if you want to, like, kind of get the velo from her...
Magically tracked him.
Shaylana's like standing right there next to you all too.
Magically tracked him using a puddle of blood. Magically tracked him using a puddle of blood that we found, and we located him in evolution, and we took him down in the library.
He killed him.
I got the final.
I
yes,
honestly
we all
didn't see that in you.
Dude, you should have seen it, like... Okay.
I don't mean that in any poor way. Hold on, I'm sorry. It's just
I
that
didn't take
you.
it that way.
No, it's you. You remind me of many of my council members who I couldn't see harming a fly. I have a lot more respect for you now.
He turned a dude into a mummy. Like, he grabbed onto his shoulder, and then he was just like a grape. It was amazing.
Do you practice necromancy?
I'm a doctor. I
You're
practice
good at
all
science.
things that revolve around the body and the latent magics that exist within.
I'm glad you're on our side.
What's necromancy?
Shaylana lets out an audible.
This is why I like Rin better.
Well, if that's the case, did you happen to know two merchants by the name of I'd say
Body and cellar.
Farmer.
what are the body farmers' names? I wrote them down.
Braren?
Baron?
Braren.
Braren.
Yeah.
Red Ross or
Ridrar.
Ridrar. Okay, Windrar. Cool.
Rindrar.
Windrar.
Windrar.
After
Yeah.
40 days.
Yeah, there you go.
Are you aware of two
You're
merchants by the
welcome.
name of Baron, Braren and Windrar?
Windrar.
Wow.
Windrar. No, I said.
Okay. He's like, yeah, no. Did they do something or?
No, nothing illegal.
Well,
That I'm aware of.
Yes.
legally, no.
But if anyone asks, you know, I don't know who those people are at all. They do deal in body parts, typically. Humanoid, non-humanoid. Usually used for experimenting or training purposes.
Yes.
Well,
I assure
as
you,
part of being part of the Time Watch, at one point we did do a lot of experimentation on trying different things that could kill a god. And to do that, we needed subjects to test on, and
Fist
so I
work.
did. Yes, I have dealt with them before.
Well, I assure you that everything,
What you
that
say.
my inquiries are above board completely. I am a doctor, as I've said, and I need to conduct autopsies to better understand what I'm working with, especially
Okay.
in some of the more unique species that are present in the
There
terra.
would be somebody who could get those for you.
Yes. So if you could send them my way, or let me know when they're in town, I would greatly appreciate that.
I can do that.
Yes.
Why do you need body parts?
I can make that happen.
I
That's
just said
research.
I'm really drunk.
that's okay.
I feel like that's a running thing with you.
Cairo, like, I don't know what comes out of his flask, but it's good.
It's mayonnaise.
It's just mayonnaise.
You're like
Drunk off mayonnaise.
Fermented mayonnaise, oh god.
no, you've got like the placebo drunk going on.
I mean,
He's never tasted mayonnaise.
it's a combination of, like, semi-drunkenness and just ink stupid brain.
Right. So you yeah, I'll make sure it happens. When you're back, or are you guys heading out again, or?
Yep.
Rather soon.
Most likely.
We're headed to Blackwater, baby.
Have fun. Don't sleep with anyone. Might get something.
I already have something.
That's why the doctor's coming.
Wait, can you check for that kind of thing?
I've,
Oh, yeah.
Regret
I
to
should
say
nick it.
yes.
I've given you 5 hit points before.
Yes, I know.
It doesn't exist no more.
I know. Actually, that's out of character, but I do know. Ink does not. Can you check for that kind of thing?
yes, I usually do that with the Medical One server, but I figured I wouldn't ask for that because people would start making jokes about it.
There's 2 people now, Matthew Johnson and Ink.
You right.
God damn it.
So, anyways, did you need anything else from me?
Yes, actually, if it's at all possible, we're looking to charter a ship for some runaways. If it's
I can contact Admiral Hensley if you'd like me to.
Actually,
No.
We did
No.
kill one of his superiors,
We-
so that's probably not the best.
We don't require his services for this.
No,
I mean, yes, you
Endeavor.
did. However, I should point out that technically I am his immediate superior. And then they're my superiors.
yes.
It's
I just
complicated.
think
but
we should be associated. He should associate you and us as little as possible. I think.
Fair.
I was more
Take
talking about the gold required to charter a ship. It wouldn't be much, relative to a king.
What do you need it for?
As a
Yes.
ink.
We don't want to charter Admiral Hensley because he's
But-
we're illegal slaves. We killed a man and buried his body and stole slaves.
We've liberated some
Yeah.
animal folk and
This is the case.
would like to return
What's a
them.
liberation?
We would like to get them back to freedom and, well, just is the right
Why
thing
does
to do.
everybody have to use big words? I don't understand them.
So
That's
this
not tell lies.
vote will be in your name, correct? Not mine.
Yes, of course. It's simply the funds.
I mean, I was gonna.
I don't have a large supply of unmarked funds. I mean, obviously, most of it comes in the title of deeds and promises, and so
Yes.
the actual treasury is mostly made up of bills. Isn't it crazy how the economy works?
Wait, you don't have a 1-to-1 gold system anymore?
No, actually, we promise it, but we don't actually have it.
Ah. Can I
Um,
get one of those plastic cards that
But I
just
can-
says I have money?
Yeah, but you don't actually have the money. It's just
Ah,
a bank
yes.
is holding money that they say belongs to you.
I believe they said that the maximum, the maximum, that's including a large crew complement, if that's the direction we were going, would be 80 gold.
I can supply you 80 gold.
80 gold, yes, that's the maximum that we would need.
I can supply you 80 gold.
We're
Return
gonna
here
need
in an
80
hour.
gold.
I can have it. Again, my name is not tied to anything. If that ship goes down and my name's on that deed, we're in trouble.
I'm sorry, I don't know what you're
Absolutely
talking
will not be.
It'll go under my name. Don't worry.
about. Yes, actually, Ink, I'll let you, you should take over the sort of the gold requirement, that sort of thing. This is your forte. Okay, never mind.
I can't count. People keep
I'll
asking.
see you all in an hour.
People keep asking me for gold, and I just put amounts on the table, and they say it's okay.
So, what is everybody else doing in town? Anything else before we set y'all all out for the end of this episode?
Drink more.
Check the bounty board.
Your names are not on there.
Thank
Finish the
God.
rat and we'll start making support beams out of that log.
But there is an announcement that a beloved librarian was found dead. For more information, please contact the Watch of Evolution.
Didn't
No further details.
wasn't after we killed him? Didn't he look different?
Yeah, he turned into a
Alright, that's
man.
fine.
Yeah.
Sure
Oh,
did.
They're still going. Okay. That's fine.
Yep.
Right, of course.
Sure did.
It was the power.
Not
the-
everybody knew, but
The spell
some
or
people did.
power
Is
of
there a
Chronos
smaller-
that have kept him young.
Yeah.
Is there
that was
are there
really-
two smaller
Yeah.
flyers that say less beloved dwarves found dead in library?
No. Confusing characters with
I-
strange names found
I'm
deceased.
actually really sad that we did not get to meet Sparkle and Twinkle Shine or whatever their fucking name
So
is.
you all
Wait, real quick.
Star
Was there a
Shine,
testimony? Were
Sparkle.
there two testimonials, or just like little like personal ads talking about dead robots?
no,
Okay.
They don't count as people.
but
Something.
you all get 80 gold. You set off on your cart. Shaylana and of course Britain's coming with you, and your 3 animal folk companions, and you start heading south. A road that you have not been since you first arrived in Gray. And
Blackwater, here we come.
that is where we will end this episode.
Cool.
Woo!
So good night, everybody. Stay safe. Don't drink and drive, and you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.
Unless you're a robot.
Then you can drink and drive.
Constructs are
It's-
All right, are we ready?
Want to say any
Is
more
it
before we
recording
end?
audio
I'm
again?
gonna say yeah, it is. I clicked.
Really suspicious.
I mean, you can go check it. If
No,
you
I
want.
trust you. I wouldn't even know what I was fucking looking at.
I mean, as
Yeah,
long as like
honestly.
the recording.
Hello,
button is
adventurers!
colored.
I got you.
Hi, adventurers, and welcome.
Hello,
to the
adventurers.
Drunken- Oh wait, no.
Make
Oh,
James do it
hey,
this time.
actually, yeah, James, can you give us an intro?
Yeah, get James.
Sup? How's it going? I'm James. That's Brad.
He's wearing
The
a.
rest of the
he's-
names is like it's somewhere in the audio.
Can you tell us where we last left off?
Yes. Ren was like, "Oh, I can join us," but I didn't really plan on it. And then we were leaving Gray.
I'm sorry, who's Ren?
I'm making a rat.
I actually, if we were to give like the rendition from Cairo's point of view, it would be
I'll
like,
make it a
we
rat.
killed a titan, and then I sat in a cart.
We fucked
Then I made a rat, and
Wait.
now we're leaving again. Like, that would be like the extent of it.
We fucked up a book boy real good. Now I've got
So much of my time is.
Now I've got rats and bombs.
Also, spoil.
So where we last left our adventures,
Mayonnaise.
they were leaving Gray with their with the slaves that they'd rescued in tow.
Correct,
They've
yeah.
recently killed a titan, the very first titan that has ever been slain that they know of, at least. And they are taking the slaves down to Blackwater, hoping they can commission a boat with the gold given by the king to get them home. That's pretty much where we've got it and where we're leaving off.
Cool.
You have some books, and everybody's been reading and learning knowledges, and you have a coded
I have.
Ink has not learned anything. So that's where we will pick up. You guys are in a cart heading down towards Gray.
With Ink learning nothing.
Blackwater.
I mean, story of my life.
Not Gray. Blackwater.
Blackwater.
Blackwater, I'm sorry,
Leaving
yes.
Gray.
Yeah, we are leaving Gray into Blackwater.
I know it's not going to
We're
work
traveling
because,
south.
like, fuck my arcane tradition or whatever. But I am going to cast detect languages on the code thing just to try to figure it out.
Okay.
Yeah.
It does not work.
I
unfortunately.
know, yeah.
Actually, no, I take that back. It tells you it's common.
Well, no, I knew that.
Yeah. Well, hey, I mean, not necessarily.
Actually, yeah.
Honestly, I could have run this through 1,000 different weird, So you do know it is some form of
if,
common.
if you would have like run it through
Everybody is good?
like a Sylvan generator and then translate it, oh
yeah,
my god,
it would have been impossible.
It would have been.
Or
Some
near
form
impossible.
of common. Under. Infernal, and then supermortal, and then.
I know that it's not 1-to-1 though. It's not one character equals one letter because there's some stuff in there.
It is.
It is.
Yep. You find out it is one character to one letter.
Don't
Okay.
give him any hints.
Well, that
Let
doesn't tell you much, to be
Let him
honest.
suffer
Like
like I did.
that doesn't. It makes it seem more confusing, though. I know
I
because of the way it is.
Okay, so either he sucked at spelling or there's a lot of proper nouns in the first page.
Actually, I wrote it for Brad and then he translated it.
Oh, so it's
Lisdexic? Lisdexic?
No, it's,
You bitch!
I think once you figure it out, you'll
Yeah.
realize why it seems odd.
The librarian's actually dyslexic, but
So, anyways,
He worked on that same one book for the entire time.
Hey guys, you guys want to like start the campaign?
Yeah.
Like,
so you guys are heading south, and by nightfall, you guys will hit the town of Easton. Actually, it'll probably, honestly,
this is where we met Finch.
getting
right?
to Easton, is it pretty early in the morning when you guys left? I didn't even ask.
Yeah, I mean, we
Probably.
went and saw
Okay.
the king and then immediately.
Yeah, so it's probably actually more like 9-ish or so. So actually, it'll probably be past dark when you get to Easton, unless you want to stop along the way. It's one of those like kind of a little too long of a journey kind of distances.
No, we'll probably just go straight through.
Okay.
Easton, I would say.
I'm gonna just read that poison book on the way.
All right.
We'll probably just read
Oh,
it.
yeah, well, actually, I need to give you some info on that then. So you learn the... I'm sorry, now I'll have to find that again. I'm really bad about, like, I knew this would come up, so I had it, but I didn't have it readily available. So you learn about 5... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You learn the first part of 5 different poisons. So basically the way that I have done a lot of the poison learning, much as I've done with a lot of skill learning, is as you learn different parts to these things, eventually you're able to just make them on the go. The first one is called the Yellow Sun Smile,
That sounds ominous.
and it seems to have some sort of charming effect to it, or like it lowers someone's inhibitions. One is called the Fever Dream, and it is meant to kill somebody much later after you meet them. One is called the Lockjaw Ether, which is pretty obvious what it does. Causes lockjaw.
Says, shut the fuck up.
One is called Thick Bone Broth, and it is a exhaustion type poison. And one is called the Hallucinatory Drip, and it is often used as a drug as well.
Hey, I know you're my alcohol
But you're-
provider, but you want to also want
in
my
this,
drug dealer?
this is like the encyclopedia, so you get these names, but you don't have a lot of ingredients yet. But from here, you can go and try and research these individually, or start actually, experimenting yourself however you need to do it. But that's how I've kind of got the learning system for this. The road is fairly empty. You do pass at least one merchant, however. Seems to be pretty standard. Humanoid, covered cart, waves at you all as he passes. But
Nobody waits.
it gets to be dark, and you see the lights of Easton in the distance. You arrive probably, again, closer to midnight, 1 o'clock. It's a fairly quiet town. Easton is known to have, one bar in it that is unnamed, and it is it's where you met Finch the first time, and it is just not very busy. It's very much an in-between town. All of their income is made from buying and selling things that are brought in from Blackwater, and then marking them up because the merchant didn't want to take another day or a half journey.
Fair enough.
It's pretty much where their entire income and sourcing comes from.
I approach the bar. What's the strongest shit you got?
Rum.
How much for like a pint?
I have a
glass?
lot of hope. It's how much of
A pint glass of rum.
5 silver?
I put a gold down.
Thanks, babe. It's a joke. It's the bowl, there's like a big thing of just rum.
Alright.
It's a dark rum.
Oh yes, some spiced kind of shit.
A little bit. It's not great spice. It's more like barrel aged.
Okay,
where it
okay,
comes
okay,
from.
okay.
Anything else for anyone else? You'll need a room.
Oh, sorry, this is in character. My bad.
Need a room?
I'm not in character. I'm not in there right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I are you at then? In the cart?
I'm in the cart. So
Okay.
I don't think. What I was going to say is I don't know that we should bring the slaves inside. So I can say with them there.
Shaylana goes in.
I'll stay with them as well, because I don't have to.
She starts drinking too instead of asking about a room.
Hell yeah! What she get?
She just gets beers, but she does put them down pretty good.
Okay. I'm working through my pints of rum.
Like I get heartburn too easy for most of the stronger stuff.
But if it doesn't burn, it doesn't go down.
I feel like it should have rhymed. He should have found a different
Ah.
word somewhere.
That.
Wow, you really even haven't drank that much.
Cairo does brews good, and I've been drinking them since the.
So, for the sake of expediency, there is a way to get the cart around to where the rooms are because the rooms are actually set off at this end from the inn itself, from the bar
like a
itself.
motel.
Yeah, because I believe I actually mentioned that
Yeah.
last time too. It's like it's a square shape, and then there's like an L shape of rooms
Yeah.
behind, and it's not super busy this time of year, and so there's a lot of rooms available. They're not super expensive either. They typically run about 5 silver a room.
Probably like 2 to a room, maybe.
You could easily do 2 to a room, yeah. Again, very motel style. It's like very crappy motel. This is the same place where
We need 6
Britton
rooms.
shaved his beard off as well. It's a
With a fucking.
there's like a
long
little
sword.
mirror in here, a little desk, and then like 2 double beds.
The beard's still on the floor. It's like, damn.
They really need to do something about this.
Ah.
So, we need 6 rooms.
Alright,
How much is it for 1 room?
5 silver.
Alright.
3 gold to get you 6 rooms.
I'll give her 3 gold.
Him?
Him.
Cam, I'm probably just in. Yeah.
Yeah, we've got a 6th room in case you need it.
Bars.
I mean, yeah, the bar may be comfy, but
gives 3 keys, sets them down.
3 keys?
Or 6 keys, sorry.
Okay.
The 3 gold, 6 keys.
Yeah.
I'm trying to numbers in my head. 6 keys. And it is awkward that, like, in the way that 2 rooms do have a door between them, it's just like when you stay at a really empty motel and it's like you both gotta lock it or unlock it to get through, but there's definitely a door there, so you can kind of hear when they're doing the dirty on the other side. And one of you has a room connected to somebody else, and it's, really. Ugh.
Who has the room connected to ink?
Well, I'll
I don't
leave,
know yet.
I'll leave a key on the bar for Shaylana. And
her roommate Ink.
her roommate Ink.
Oh.
And then I'll go back to the cart and, divvy out the rest of the keys.
Okay. How are you guys staying?
Probably outside for a while because I'm going to be using the alchemist kit.
Okay.
I'm going to be up.
Like in the smoking
so,
area out there. Like.
I don't want to keep anyone up, so I could probably take the episode.
Alright, well, I'll have a study session with.
Okay.
Wonderful. Yes.
Alright.
After I saw you working on that one term. You want to join us for a study session?
Me and Britton will share a room, per
Okay.
usual, but I'll go with them and just study in the same fucking room.
Britton goes into. Yeah, go ahead and go.
God,
to
they have a
I'll
fuck.
hang out.
God, you motherfuckers have a book club going on. Ancient
What did
ass.
you read in this section?
Probably give.
I
Like it's-
resent that. I resent that mocking tone, and also we aren't reading the same book, so it's not a club. It's more of a study group.
I bring in a tray of ladyfingers.
The door is very locked.
They're actual lady fingers, though.
Yes, they're actually just fingers from a female that I cut off.
Shaylana's
We'll probably
fingers.
give 2 of the slaves their own room, and then the other one, if I guess it would come down to
You were Cairo.
me or Cairo bunking with them,
I don't know if they're comfortable.
or neither.
See, I don't know if they're comfortable splitting up. Is the thing. So I mean, I would
Oh,
like
yeah, I was
to
gonna
stay in a room
say.
together.
Yeah, I mean,
That's what they all happily share a room. It's still more space than they're used to.
The 3 of them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, 2 of them on one bed and 1 of them on another.
Okay.
They're fine with that.
Ink's about to make a very offensive joke. Sorry.
Well, then I'm just gonna go to one of the 2 empty remaining rooms.
So there's a
Should be, yeah.
Yeah.
there's a Corbin Nomad room, me, Britton,
Shaylana.
Ink, Shaylana.
Well, Shaylana, and then maybe Ink,
yeah,
Then the slaves.
and then the slaves.
There's 2
and
rooms
there's 2
left.
rooms
Yeah,
left. So you gotta
so-
get your own room.
Yeah, I'll go into one of the empty rooms.
Unless you guys want to share a room, we can go to
And
money
then
back.
Cairo and the spider.
And the rat.
Corbin's
I
got to have a room
I
too.
brought both.
We already did that.
Corbin and Nomad.
Oh, that's right. That's
Yeah.
right. Yes, you're right. I'm sorry. I forgot.
Yeah.
Also,
Okay, we're good.
how far through am I?
should read more
Before it
books.
kills everything.
Not much at all.
It's
This is
really
a good,
big.
a huge book,
Okay.
and I mean, you're not dumb as Nomad, but Nomad is not a speed reader by any
No,
means
it's
at all.
Have
So
you ever tried to read the actual monster manual?
it's not very
That thing
exciting.
is thick, boy.
I'll read some of my book too.
It's not even
Some more of
half
mine.
the thickness of the Tome of Beasts.
But you're making it.
Okay, I want to look through a little bit of the wild shape
Okay.
because I don't know how that would work.
Yeah. So as you're looking through it, it appears that this is a book mostly for people who are actually full druids and can't all
Okay.
shape completely.
All right.
This completion of this book, as you're going through, especially if you're sitting there with him, you can kind of point it out. It does seem to be magically ruined along the edges. So this is one of those books where it's like you read it once and then it lays dormant for 90 years or something.
Oh shit!
It's a very, very rare tome. And
Like
it
one of those-
grants 1 extra use of wild shape to a druid
Ooh, like every day or
every day.
If somebody that isn't a druid reads it, could they just get?
No.
Damn it!
Nope. So you guys
I
can hold
want-
on to this if one of you thinks you might be multi-classing, or
if we find a
you
cool
can,
druid.
or if you find a cool druid, you can give it to them or
Oh,
sell
so
it to
you
them,
can
or you
always
could just try and sell
I
it
know,
because if you can
but-
find somebody who'll buy it, it's worth a lot.
Like become multiple spider.
Probably.
But you guys can all discuss amongst yourself outside of this session and figure out what you want to do with it. But that book is definitely the most valuable out of all the ones you
It really
picked up.
depends if Nomad's planning on
This is useless.
multi-classing through.
Oh, damn it, fire.
I just tuck it back into Nomad's bag. I'm not here. I'm not.
Yeah, I'll keep it.
No, I
Yeah,
tell you
it's-
how much it's worth.
If you can read it without it like affecting you too if you want to. Like it's kind of a you can choose to.
I'll read it, but how big is it?
Not super big, to
Okay,
be honest
alright.
with you.
I'll
And it's
continue.
mostly about
Yeah,
learning
but-
to like channel your inner energy and basically when you use your wild shape,
Oh God, is it
reserve some of it behind so that way you can
Okay,
use it
yeah.
again in an emergency. It's
control your wild shape by goo?
yes, that sort of idea.
How's my mage armor book going?
It's actually pretty sizable as well, but you've gotten through the history and now you're getting into more of the meat of it, which is like the different ways people through it's still kind of historical, but different ways people have cast mage armor, and you're learning different ways that people have made it change appearance as well, which is kind of interesting. Like you knew you could do that, but now there's some aspects that are really cool. Like people have used mage armor to also change the armor that they were already wearing. So if they did just wear like I had leathers on, and then they used mage armor, and it could increase their AC further than the leather would itself. So it's just like some interesting aesthetical things right now. But
Is my permutation in there?
do what?
Is my permutation in there, or is mine sort of the unique case?
What do you mean?
The way that I do it.
Oh, nobody's done it like that. Yeah, no,
Okay.
nobody's done it that way before. But you, as you're kind of going through, you feel like there may be some bonuses this thing is going to be getting into as well. But as of right now, it's just a little more history.
No, it's just a simple what?
How's my awful book going? Page 25 so far?
Yeah, you're like at 25. You've now relearned what an axe is 4 times. It's pretty rough, man.
I know everybody's asking about the books, but reading people book going anywhere?
Yeah, so you just completed a section on mostly identifying body language. You feel a lot of it just felt very commonsensical. To be honest, it was a lot of like, oh, if their feet face towards you, that means that they're very open to conversation versus people who turn their feet away. It's kind of those like I kind of already knew that, but it's when you see it in writing, it's like it makes sense. Like
Yeah.
I never really paid attention to it, so you do find yourself being a little more observant, but no bonuses at this time.
Okay.
I'm hitting on Jaylana.
Okay, she's not taking it.
Charisma roll?
No, that does not align with her.
Charisma roll to see
gotcha.
how uncomfortable it's making her.
Yeah, if you want to do a charisma roll
You
to
know
see how
what, fine.
uncomfortable she is.
I don't know if higher is better in this situation or not.
Higher would be like it's like coming off like it's like, oh, I see, you're drunk, and then
Charisma?
Yeah.
That is a 19.
Okay. Yeah, you're. I mean, it's not offensive to her anyway,
Yeah.
but she just kind of like not interested. Give me an intelligence roll
Why?
Because.
That's a 4.
Okay.
that's
You don't know why she's not interested, but she's just not interested, and it doesn't bother you, but it's just like
Out of
okay.
character, probably lesbian.
Her and Rind had a history,
Oh.
and if you had rolled high enough, you
Damn.
would see why they were so tense with each
Man, I went, damn it.
other.
Yeah, no, Ink's too stupid.
You're barking up 2 different trees that are both wrong.
Yeah.
Damn it!
they're interested,
Not even
unfortunately.
trees.
I'm missing out on both ends.
And meanwhile, in book club, we're like, so Rin's definitely had a thing with Ceylona, right?
Oh, right.
Yeah, definitely at one point, yeah.
I mean,
Um,
we're sharing a room.
Well, let us have our monitor.
No, Rind is technically asexual, but she,
It's so obvious.
as in the past, had a relationship with Shaylana.
What? Asexual? Disgusting.
Yeah, Jeffy.
Fucking degenerates.
Yeah. What are you, Jeff?
Mm-hmm.
A person.
Maybe continue.
For the audience, the
He's
joke
like a
is that
sponge.
he is. So he's
Yeah.
not. He's making a joke, and
Yeah,
he doesn't mean
I'm
it.
not offending my people. I'm just.
He actually
Continue.
reproduces through
Yeah.
budding.
It's a different type of. Oh my
He
god.
photosynthesizes.
Yeah, actually, I'm working on a sprout recently. It's coming along nicely.
Sort of like a clownfish.
All right. So you all. Does anybody need to do anything else tonight at all?
I have one more joke. I have one more like reproduction joke to make.
Okay.
I do the yes. I do the thing where you like the anglerfish thing where you bite into a female and like dissolve into just like testicles.
That's neat.
Yeah.
Neat.
I wanna,
I mean, that's most-
use
That's
one.
my sexuality.
OnlyFans.
My sexuality is anglerfish.
You're such a doormat, man.
Doormat. I mean, it's a step up. I used to be mantis, you know.
Okay, now we're getting way too personal. Okay, continue with the scene, Brad.
Is anybody doing anything else?
I want to at least,
You're good.
my first.
Go first.
I want to try the lockjaw editor with the alchemist kit.
Okay.
Just work on that.
Sadly sleeping alone.
Okay.
I'm gonna start kind of dipping into the runic book instead and see if that looks any better than this cancer that I'm reading currently.
So
Looks just as bad.
the lockjaw ether, you kind of start comparing notes from the other book that you borrowed / now stole probably, I guess, from the library, because at this point you don't need to return it.
I'm a student.
You
Check him out.
gather that the component for this comes from some sort of animal, and you're not sure which one yet, but it's going to take a little bit more research and possibly comparison to something else. But you know the next direction to go with this is some sort of animal carries this poison, and so this is a saliva extract of some kind. Diving into the School of Runic Knowledge, the School of Runic Knowledge is a wizard school. So it is a series of spells and abilities that can be taken for a wizard.
Is this from the?
So not
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Not for me either.
This is one of
So
my custom
multi-classing
classes.
You're a
wizard?
wizard.
I'm not that.
No, I
Already
thought
got a score.
there's a runic thing in
His
the
school's
that one
necromancy.
book.
Oh, no, this one's
it's-
my custom one.
Oh, okay.
You're thinking
Actually, it's
runic, right?
NTSU.
Yeah, you're thinking of Runic.
Ah.
No,
I think.
from the thing where I've got my chaos magic frenzy spell.
Oh, there's their new thing in there?
There,
Yeah.
There's a runic
No, it's not
magic.
that one.
Okay,
No, this is a custom class that came up with a long time
it's a
ago.
pretty interesting
Is it? I'll have to
runic
look into
bit.
that thing.
Yeah.
Actually, I think I'm the only one that can't take it because I already have my wizard school.
Yeah.
I'm-
You can borrow spells from it. if you
Actually,
want
yeah,
to,
I
since
actually
you have
was
the book.
planning on multi-classing into wizard.
Yeah.
So
that'd be
why
great.
don't you hand up?
Pick only save spells
Or you could. Multi-class in a wizard.
with your 8?
My 8 intelligence
Yeah.
sounds
Oh.
like great.
I mean,
fucking
Misty Step slaps. I gotta say.
Dude, it does.
Misty Step do be slapping, though.
Why do you think I only play Eladrin?
You can let your step
It's like, oh, you want to play a race that like
He's not that.
Misty
just
Step
has
do be
Misty
slapping.
Step?
I'm not that
I can't.
domain
wait
of
to
hell.
have
Makes
words so I
sense.
can put spells in my book.
Actually put stuff down. Yeah, so the basic idea of it is, as a member of the School of Runic Knowledge, you spend much of your time studying, reading books, gaining knowledge. You've honed your ability to read quickly and effectively. Some runic knowledge seekers are hermits, others take up roles with adventuring parties, keeping records of their adventures. It gives you mostly the ability to brand things with runes and then use those runes either to deal damage, teleport to them, or imbue things with power.
That's like Crease's subclass.
Yeah, that was what he was.
So I can't do anything with this.
Not at this time. No, you can read it though. It's very interesting. But
I'll dip into it after the other
Okay.
awful book first. Then.
Yeah.
Read the.
keep going through the crappy book. We need to just find you a romance novel, sir. All right, you all, I guess, restfully go to sleep after reading for a while, and wake up. Your card is still there and everything. Nothing's been touched. You're all fine.
Any centaurs?
No, none here. None this
I'm
far
at
down.
exhaustion 3 trying to read this book.
Are you actually staying up the whole night?
No,
dude?
it's just like this book is just taking everything out of me and trying to
Oh,
read
yeah.
it.
It's a little tedious, dude.
Yeah. You spent like 3 seconds looking at the other book, and that was enough for you to forget what an axe is again.
So you go back and have to reread what an axe is.
Yeah, this book's so boring. I look over, I'm like, oh, where was I at? I can't remember.
Yeah.
All the words are so tight together in like one font.
Size 8 font.
Yeah. And it just feels like it gets further and further away.
I'm only in Exodus.
It's like
This is
page
crazy.
2 had like 800
Dude,
letters.
they're still in the
Page
No, 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 no,
200
no,
is
no, no.
3,000.
Exodus fucking Corinthians.
They're still in the
This guy, son of this guy, son of this guy, son of this. It's literally.
I meant more than just the
Numbers.
second. This is the second book. He's not
Numbers
there yet.
sucks.
He's not even to that part yet.
Well, you said what was
Exodus.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so you all
I was thinking Corinthians for a second.
wake up
No,
and you head back on the road. Anybody doing anything else at the bar? They do have breakfast.
I'm
If
grabbing
I'm shut
breakfast.
down, then no, I'm just sleeping alone.
I mean, I'll grab
Mostly
breakfast
eggs.
unless everybody else is just
I
like.
got,
Mostly
I got all
eggs.
kinds of rations.
Mostly eggs and veggies.
I need something with grease. My head is fucking killing me.
Oh. Here you go.
Grease.
I drink whatever he hands me.
Grease.
You take 1d4 poison damage.
I roll for me, Cairo.
3.
Take 3 poison damage.
Before that happened, though, I life-splained him.
I said grease, not alcohol. Man, that's a burn. Ah.
Sorry.
You all get breakfast. I'm not gonna make you mark anything off. It's fine. It's not too expensive, and probably included with your rooms. You all get back on the road and begin to head south towards Blackwater.
Alrighty.
Going this way, you do pass more merchants than previously. Some of them definitely have wares proudly displayed on the back. Nice tapestries, fine art, pottery. Some of them not so much. They seem to keep things hidden.
I would like to, on the way there, try and somewhat hide our companions' features as best I can. With my
You got
disguise
you. It is a covered cart that you
Yeah,
have
I
as
mean,
well.
if we're keeping them in
Okay.
the car, they should
So
be
they
fine.
Okay,
should
cool.
be fine.
Okay.
But if you want to have them pull hoods up and stuff like that, you can as an extra measure for sure.
I've been thinking this was like an Oregon Trail cart the entire time.
Yeah.
It's similar. It's more squared, but yes, that is kind of what it is. To be
It's
honest
like a
with you.
cloth top. Kind of?
Yeah, it is cloth top,
I
but
mean,
it's a
they
square
were.
cloth top.
I mean, they were trying to keep them secret in this cart in the first place, anyway.
Yeah, and
I just
you-
remember people
you know-
walking across the top of the cart, and that just now hit me.
Yeah, and I even mentioned then that it was like wobbly because the supports are literally just like bowed metal rods.
I mean, me and Britton were probably fine on top of that.
Yeah, but once all 3 of you got up there, it was like.
Yeah.
So, if you want to stop any of the merchants, you can. But they're all pretty. They all just seem to be on their way up north. You do at one point pass a beggar on the side of the road, who just seems to be a human. Looks like he's missing a leg. Just kind of holds his hands out as you all pass.
I'll fling a coin.
Yeah, I said I'll fling a coin.
How much you flinging him?
1d6 damage as his bomb goes up.
Here's some TNT.
Thank you, sir.
I'll fling him 4 gold. Give me a flat 100.
Dude!
This,
Wait, you have 100 gold?
this man just.
I also have,
okay.
I also have like 400
Thank you.
gold or
I mean,
whatever.
I'm
Thank
thinking
you.
of gold as well.
Oh my god! Thank you. This man, he just paid for this man for like 2 months. Like,
Get a job, you hippie.
thank you. I will. Thank you. You all
I didn't realize that ink was soaking savage.
arrive.
No one's taking my flintlock.
These dang people coming in here stealing jobs.
I mean, people came to our door asking for something, and I punched them in the face.
You taking a census for a name? Put me on a record.
Standing my ground.
Oh my god.
Should we cut this
That's
part,
the
or
it's ink. It's all ink. It's fine. It's in character.
we from Tennessee anyway?
Oh, now they know where we are.
Ah,
He
shit.
already said MTSU.
Yeah.
Glad you caught that.
Yeah.
So you all arrive to the northern end of Blackwater. You know this area is
It was
where some of the
already said.
more nicer homes are. Of course, the
Yeah.
nicest area is out
Both
towards
of
the west end of it, which is
All
actually
fucking
considered its own
slavers.
neighborhood. You know,
All
it's
fucking slavers.
kind of like you got like Mount Juliet is like a subdivision basically of Nashville. Like
Yeah.
it's Nashville, but it's got its own name.
Bellevue.
Yeah, yeah.
Bellevue, yeah.
Brentwood. Over there is
That's a lot. Holy
yeah,
shit.
a lot of rich neighborhoods around there.
You're in Knoxville, Farragut.
Yes, Farragut. Yeah.
Yeah. Woodbury. No.
No.
We're going hard on Tennessee right now.
Hey, by the way, we're from Tennessee.
Yeah, in case you guys didn't know.
Because you're the only 10 I see.
We're the,
Aw.
oh god damn.
I don't
So
see
the
you.
northwest
Where's
end of Blackwater is the Chaucer, which is named after the Chaucers, which is the richest family that has ever established.
Which are a bunch of fucking slavers.
which are known to be slavers.
Hey,
yes.
Chusers or Juicers? Because one of those is
Chaucer.
Chaucer.
Chaucer? Okay, because the other one was way funny.
CHUSER. Chaucer.
I was like, dang, Jamba Juice be in the city.
But
Fucking Smoothie King?
you all arrive at the north end of the town.
Alright. I stop the cart.
Okay.
Hey, Nomad, stop the horses, stop the horses.
All right.
Remember the
Over the
pecking
side.
order. Nomad stops the horses.
Yes, he does.
I do.
Do we want to just roll in there, or do we want me to go in first? Because I can check, like, the weather. That's shit. I can check if there's anybody dangerous
I
nearby.
know what you mean. Sure, yeah, go. If you want to, yeah. If you think
We'll
anything's
follow
out there.
suit. Just lead the
Yeah.
way, we'll
I
follow.
mean, we did all escape from Dirk Rogers, so I kind of want to make sure that he isn't in town.
What's Darkish's reputation here?
Slaver.
Mediocre game. He's not bad, but he's not like
He's
the
low tier?
best. No. Low tier is like the new guys that are just kind of like picking up one or two. Darkish has made a lot of runs.
When you say darkish,
How quickly?
do you mean blackish? I mean, it's a good show, I suppose, but I don't know.
The Darkish, the guy
No,
that
I
we
know.
murdered and then buried his body on the ground.
Yes. You never gave me any grief for killing him, but the other guy, that's the one that everybody hops on me for.
But grief, we have been giving you only praise.
You know it.
No,
I commend what you did.
I thoroughly enjoyed the Corbin that I saw
Oh, sorry,
fighting
talking to him.
the librarian. I fully accept and encourage that.
Okay. We should probably figure out if Dirk Rogers is in town.
I'm
only asking in case, maybe word hasn't gotten down this way. Now it could pass as Darkish if necessary.
I'm not too worried about that.
Okay.
I mean, stolen goods is stolen goods. Nobody asks questions.
Fair.
But is everybody okay me making a quick trip to a bar, maybe talk to Shrimpy or something?
Go ahead. I'll do it.
Sure, we'll hit the country club.
Yeah.
I can't
Let's
look
go
at
find
the
some
top
golf,
or I'll
boy.
lose my spot in this
I
building
can
after I
shadow
start.
if necessary.
Yeah, your finger marked.
I mean, Cam's from here too, but I move faster alone.
I said from a distance. I can shadow from a distance.
All right, I take off sprinting.
Okay.
I'm gonna pull
You
up the
can. The town is not long enough that you can't at least keep an eye on him as he goes down the streets. But yeah, he's definitely
Yeah.
going to outrun you.
I'm
But
basically just getting myself up in my slummy Blackwater garb and
do you actually want to sprint through the streets? Because you do know that's a little suspicious at daytime.
no. I sprint just to kind of give Cam
Yeah.
the runaway, but
Because-
as soon as I get into the city, I.
Well, technically, actually, it's about sunset when you get here, so it's
Okay.
kind of darking.
I mean, I'm just
darkening.
hitting the closest bar, seeing if I have any contacts.
Yeah,
there.
so it's. I mean, the
Beat me
road.
to it.
The road is kind of so coming in is straight down, and then it hits the docks immediately.
Gotcha.
About a mile in, and then the bars all run along that dock, and then
Yeah.
right there at the front end is the Blackwater Bar, which is the
Gotcha.
one that everybody is at.
So
if you're-
Shrimpy's going to be there.
If somebody is in another bar, they're probably a tourist.
Gotcha.
No, every pirate in town is in that
Yeah.
bar right there.
Then I push open the door, then I immediately look for Shrimpy.
There's an acknowledgement. As some people just kind of nod their head at you. You're a recognized face.
I mean, the amount of gold that I probably spent here.
Yeah. So Shrimpy is a frequenter here. He is actually sitting in his typical corner. There is a gentleman sitting across from him who's talking. They don't seem to be in a heated argument, which is unusual. They seem to always be fighting somebody
Yeah.
here, but there's no fight going on at the moment, which is nice. It's a
No, it's
nice
not.
change of things.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it's for sunset, not be a fight yet. You know
No.
that the bar's actually going to stay open tonight, and so
The bar stays open anyway.
you walk up to the bar, and there's a barkeep there, and
Do I know him?
yes, you do. This one is I have two lists that I have to keep open at all times because of the number of people you know.
That's what I get from being here.
I know, right? This is your area of town.
Sure it's not Corbin's.
No, it's actually Cairo's. This is Cairo's bread and butter. Is
The world is
Pirate
Kairos
scum.
town. The world is Kairos town.
The world is Cairo town.
His 7 brothers' names are also Cairo.
I hate that too.
spelled differently.
Kaira, Karu, Kari.
They're all just different classes. That's it.
Cairo the Barbarian, Cairo the Ranger, Cairo the Fighter, Cairo the Wizard.
This is Pyle. Pyle McHale.
Go
who
for
is,
Pyle.
he's the younger of the two common barkeeps. There's Omar, who's the one who's here all the time and has been
Gotcha.
here forever.
He's probably
And then there's Pyle,
taking
who
a
is
nap.
more recently hired. And by more recently, it's still been a good 100 years that this guy's been working
Yeah.
here. But he's considered the new barkeep, which is funny because
Yeah.
it's definitely not new. But
God, man, this world puts a whole new meaning to dead end job.
right? And then you do see Zakia in the back, who's kind of the head cook, and he's been here again forever. And he actually turns around the corner and goes, "You hungry?"
Thirsty.
And Pyle comes over to you. What's up?
Hey, pile. 2 things. 1, pint glass of rum.
You got it.
2. How's the weather looking?
Well, somebody who got lost in Blackwater told me that there was a storm brewing, but honestly, I think the skies have been pretty clear. Just sets the glass down for you.
I'll grab it. Bring in a couple of fresh meats into town. Specifically looking to avoid a certain pompous asshole.
You're looking for the featherhead, huh?
No. I'm not looking. I'm trying to avoid.
No, I got you. Not in a while, to be honest with you. I'm not sure if he got lost out, probably out in one of the western islands, if I had to guess. But the metalhead's been seen around recently. Not sure what his deal is, but somebody said that he might be striking a deal with somebody.
Interesting.
Also, I'd stay away from most of the slavers for a while. I think one of them got a black spot on him. It's been, one or two of them's gone missing recently, and so, I know you've had some issues with them in the past. I'm just saying,
Unfortunate.
you might want to keep your paws clean. I think they're being watched.
Well, as I drop just gold on the table. Well,
Always appreciate it.
I'll bring the mug back, but I gotta report back to the,
You bought the mug, man.
they'll come in and probably buy some drinks as well, but I'll be back.
Pile is.
Oh, Cam, you're here.
No, I'm just outside, just like basically playing a beggar and shit.
Alright, I'll walk back out.
Okay.
Really
Look back.
effectively next to like a decked out paladin robot. With
No. I followed him into
Oh
town.
yeah.
Yeah. Are you going into the bar now, or are you following him back out?
No, I'll follow him back out.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I was just outside.
Shrimpy
just
does see you as you are walking out, and he just kind of,
I give him a wink.
and he goes, and you hear him like look to somebody afterwards and go, "I'm going to have to cancel my next appointment, I imagine." And he just,
You ain't wrong!
then you wander back out.
Alright, yeah, I'll rejoin the group and be,
Okay. You do a quick scan of the ships docked there. No big names
okay,
at the
so
moment.
no, Jim Jolly.
Nope. Not at the moment.
That's the metalhead.
That's the metalhead.
That's the metalhead. So yeah, I'll head back to the group and, alright,
He's with us.
Dirk seems to be clear. According to the barkeep, Jim Jolly's been making a couple of visits to Blackwater.
Me.
Jim Jolly. Oh,
The real Jim Jolly.
wait. Have I explained the Pirate Lord system to you guys?
Yes, I believe so.
I don't remember. I've
Alright, so there's
Statistic- about
statistically
it.
it's intelligence.
Alright. Atrix. So there's these group of, like, the top of the pirate lords. They are the pirate lords. There's Jim Jolly. There was Blackbeard, but he got usurped, and by usurped I mean killed, by Dick Rogers. And then you got Carmen, which is, I mean, getting caught by her is not all bad, because you're gonna die, but you're gonna die in a kinky way. And then there's, did I said Jim Jolly. And then Cannonball Rogers, little dwarven guy that you really don't want to be on the bad side of, or on the good side of. Like, you just avoid Cannonball Rogers.
Is he
Like,
your brother? To Dirk? Rogers?
no. Cannonball is
Roger.
just
Cannonball
Roger.
Roberts, actually. It's Cannonball Roberts.
Yeah, I know.
It's fine. But just so that you know, they are different.
Alright.
Okay, it's Cannonball Robert. But
You're drunk.
that's am I missing any Pirate Lords? I got Carmen, Cannonball, Dirk, and Jim
Jim.
Jolly.
You say Adam Sandler?
Adam Savage.
Is there only 4 or 5? Ooh,
yeah,
the shark dude.
Yeah, not anymore.
Not
it's,
anymore?
It's no, it's just the.
The lore confuses me. I feel like I've done this once before. But yeah, those are the 4 biggest names in the pirate.
Yeah, I mean,
Groups.
because there is one more, but there's one unaccounted for that has been
Okay.
unaccounted for a long time.
So, I mean, if it's Jim Jolly, I think we should be clear. I don't have any beef with him. Might want to put some kind of disguise on him because, you know, not everybody down here is the most intelligent like me. and can tell the difference between constructs. What are you laughing at?
I can't stop looking over my
Excuse me.
I'm smart.
He said
Come
that.
on, you
Everybody.
spoil it.
Everybody double take.
I just lost my page in my book because I was like, "What?"
The book flew away.
It's gone. Sorry.
Okay. I'm not the smartest. Okay.
Street smart.
Yes.
Straight
I just hit the
smarts.
microphone. I'm sorry, James, for Here you go. There you go. That's for you. We're gonna have
I
to
wish
cut
I
that
know
part
where it
out.
is.
We might want to put like a hat and like beard on him because.
What?
Okay, so Jim
Nice.
Jolly is a construct. That's what.
I know. I am.
That's why I thought. No. No, that's a bad. Like that's fine everywhere else. Not good here.
What
He
is-
has.
What does Jim Jolly wear?
What does Jim Jolly wear?
Usually a trench coat and a basically a very typical captain's hat. It's
I
like
mean,
a
that's what I
tricorn.
was thinking, but yeah.
I
That's
saw
never
a trench
shut.
coat and a tricorn.
As you're saying that, he's putting on like dark
I'm
vision.
putting on-
guys, like, okay. Like, everywhere else, like, they see Jim Jolly and they're like, okay, I probably shouldn't mess with him.
No, I
Here-
lied. He wears a top hat. No, I
Here in
remember. Yeah.
Blackwater, like, you're gonna get that response from like half the people. The other people want you fucking dead. And most of those people that want Jim Jolly dead are not to be messed with.
Cool. Stay in the car.
Well,
So we need some way to distinguish you from Jim Jolly.
You can just put a sign on him that says,
Not
"Not Jim
Jim
Jolly, ask me
Not-
anything."
You
Not
assume that half
Wait a
the
minute.
people around here can read.
We
No,
had
I
those
don't assume
pipes
that.
and
It was only
quotes from
a
my
joke.
book club yesterday.
I mean, I hate to be the the bearer of whatever the heck we're doing, but we are sitting in a cart in the middle of the street right now, and kind of looks iffy.
I assume we're doing laps.
That might be iffier.
We're doing donuts.
Running in the 90s is
Blackwater Drift. Need for Speed Blackwater.
Dun, 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 dun.
Better step gas.
Good shit.
Alright. Yeah, but we might want to disguise you up. Not a top hat. Do we have? Did you get a floppy hat from the?
I don't know.
Didn't you take his captain's hat, or was that you?
Elsewhere,
Perhaps.
ago.
That was
Yeah.
him.
He took.
I've taken literally everything. I have
We can throw him in a suit and the captain's
Britain's beard still.
All right.
Yep.
I have an
So-
idea. I take the soul from you and put it on him.
I was going to do that.
Actually, that's actually
Then we work together to make it happen.
okay.
Okay.
Also,
Install the.
We can put the little
My
gems
friend.
in his
I
own
install a
house.
skull
Okay.
on my skull.
I know that you were born
Make a bougie.
and then had a silver
Yeah,
spoon
it
shoved
does.
up your ass.
You don't know
But-
anything about me. Continue.
This is not your place. If you get into any trouble,
Okay.
call for me
I'm on.
and I'll beat their fucking ass. And or apologize and buy them a drink. One of the two.
That actually might be the nicest thing you've ever said to him, to be honest.
I bought him a bottle of wine, thank you, sir. Cairo, I'm running out of alcohol. Do you have more like pour things? Fuck.
Not today.
You know, I never did tell you. I did have some of that wine. It's actually really good. Thank you again for that.
They don't have expensive stuff in gray, but you know.
It was surprisingly really good. So thank you. I looked when he's not looking. I looked at Britain. I'm like,
So, where are you guys going to?
The fucking bar.
Okay.
I'll keep an eye out for. if
Who's
I
staying
can-
with the cart, and where are you putting the cart?
I'm sticking with the car.
Yeah, I'll stay in the car.
I mean, if we're does the bar have like a little like parking section?
It's more of a wide street, and you just kind of pull up next to it.
Hey,
I've got the payment, so I'm gonna have it on me.
I'm gonna keep an eye out for if I can buy like
Alright.
ammunition for the rifle stuff.
hey,
I'll just be a cart boy.
Okay.
does anybody have a piece of paper?
I always have a piece of paper. Yes.
Can I have it?
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah, they
I
got
take a piece of paper and I pull out my artist kit, which is also my tattoo kit.
Yep.
And I just paint a skull and crossbones, just like the pirate, just classic Jolly Roger, and I pin it to the cart,
Okay. All right.
and then I go in.
Yeah, this is a ship taking.
Carry the boat.
We need a sail for this, I believe.
No. So the
No, I understand. It's a mark. It's a mark. So just
yeah, I mean like we're pirates, so we like really take from anybody, but at the same time, it's like. Yeah, you don't really take from other pirates.
It,
Like,
it just causes trouble. I understand.
yeah, exactly. So that kind of like lets them know that like, yeah, we're one of you. We're one of you. We're one of you.
I see. Well, let's
Oh well, I've emptied this pint, so you know.
okay.
All right. So you guys go back in. Shrimpy is currently sitting at an unoccupied table now.
I'm staying outside.
Okay.
Just
I get
back
enough-
where I was again.
I get another pint of rum and then sit down with Shrimpy.
Okay.
Wait, so who all's gone in? So it's me, you.
Do I have the skull on?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. You walk
I
in
was
wearing
about to
this
say,
big
we
skull.
need some
You
muscle.
get some weird looks immediately upon entering, and then there's like some murmuring, like.
He wants to be a pirate lord.
And it's just kind of just muttering and chattering, but nobody really approaches you or anything. So you go back up to the bar again, get another
Yeah.
pint first. Okay.
And by the way, I drank a pint of rum.
Yeah, I know.
So I just
I
sit
just
down with-
assume Ink is in a constant state of mild drunkenness, so then
this is not mild. This is
Alright,
this is like
what are
like
you doing?
3 a.m. at a bar, drunkenness. Like, I really should be coming down.
I've just got my hood, my hood up. Just kind of head down, doing my best to. I know that like I can't keep a low profile really.
Right.
So I'm trying my best to just kind of have like the sort of the roguish swagger, like
I
one of
got
those
you.
eccentric pirates.
It's actually, there's a few that could kind of fit that description in here anyways, to be honest.
Should I roll performance? Because this could definitely go really
Sure.
well. Okay, cool.
D20 time.
I use a D8.
Oh, really? So does Zach.
5.
I haven't seen him roll above an 8 anyway. So
Pretty much.
You go ahead with what's going on because I can't seem to find my D4.
4.
it was in your tray, dude.
I know, right? That's great.
So there is a blacksmith here who might be able to make musket balls. You're not sure.
Sorry.
This is
Just
insane.
one.
Oh, then.
If I can,
You put it in your
if I
pocket.
can at least just like
Oh,
watch. Or if they're in like a set.
They only sell them in sets.
Okay.
What was your roll, Judd?
It seems to be mostly come from scrap metal, and it's a made down thing and put in molds. Is the way it's done.
I tricked you, Susan.
But they mostly come in sets of at least 10, and it's usually 10 for 7.
7 gold.
Then the cost goes down if you buy more.
Does that include the
How much for
ball
20?
bearings and the
For
gunpowder?
20, it's still 14. It's like once you get up to the 50 amount that it gets less.
What about your 20?
Okay.
Does that include the ball bearings and the gunpowder?
And that is for. Oh wait, are you looking for pistol or
Is it
rifle?
more?
Right.
Right. Yeah, that's it. Okay. Pistol is, I think, a little bit cheaper, but most of the time, honestly, they use the same caliber. Depends on which pistol you have.
I rolled a 5, so I think what happens is me going in there and I try to look like, stern faced, and me looking stern faced is just haunted and sad. Just
The barkeep walks up to you and he goes, "Hey, sailor, you okay there?
yes,
Watch
all
my
right,
dog
yes.
die.
All right.
I killed
Look
it.
like you've seen some shit.
Well,
That was a bad
astute
poopy
observation.
Can I get you a drink?
I'm all right for now.
One on me."
Sure. Yes.
And it's not the full pint, but it's like a small glass of ale that he hands there.
Appreciate it.
I thought you said lemonade.
Lemonade for a sad boy. Lemonade for the butch boy. Little sour boy needs some lemonade.
It's just there was this sea fae prostitute, and I smacked her ass. And
My dick off.
2H Tony, what?
Where's he at?
as soon as I can, I hand this off to him.
Okay, well, you can hand it off to him.
Just whenever it's not
What? What did you just hand me?
More ale.
the free drink that he
Oh
gave me.
god damn it!
Zakia, who was like in the back, it was this you see the cook kind of look around, and he's this like really portly guy who definitely eats half of what he cooks, and he's got like a really really tiny mustache that's got a scar right here. Just really like kind of like what we would know as like very Italian guy who's got like kind of the really happy but like red rosy cheeks look to him.
He's always trying to feed me for some reason.
And he's just like, hey, you need something? Hungry? Alright. So he's cooking something, but nobody in the bar is eating, so you're not sure if he's like cooking for himself.
Z!
It
Z!
smells like shrimp in here though.
Z!
I'm tripping.
Yeah!
What you got cooking?
A few things. I've got a barbecue, and I've got lots of shrimp.
Shrimp? I
Fried or grilled.
Frill.
grilled. I need something like with all the grease.
There's a clear look of disappointment. He's like, alright.
Alright, fried. Okay, fried.
Grilled
Batter
and
it and
fried.
fry it.
Alright!
Yeah, he's a Cajun boy.
Fried shrimp.
That's
boiled
2 gold
shrimp.
more.
I don't care.
Charred shrimp.
I sit down
You
with
you
shrimp.
sit down across from Shrimpy, who kind of, alright.
Hi, buddy. How you doing?
First off, don't ever send that bitchy woman down here again.
Which one?
The one who demanded your favor for a ship repair.
Ren?
Yes.
Hey. What are you talking bad about her? She's a delight. Also, Shrimpy, listen here. Listen here.
I'm listening.
I didn't want to put you in this situation.
Yeah?
But one of my colleagues tripped Admiral Hensley. Yeah.
Why did you do that?
I don't know!
Ugh.
But then he shot me and then threatened to kill everybody in our party. And I had to fix his ship to make it all okay. So I knew you had connections. So I.
You don't trip a boot greaser.
No.
Nasty.
No. Yeah, exactly. Especially like an Admiral Boot Greaser.
Ugh.
Some man.
This conversation's
What do you need?
You've cleared your favor with me. I just wanted to catch up. Like, what's up, man?
You never want to catch up with me. What are you needing?
I need a ship.
Mm-hmm. Do you need men for the ship, or do you need...
I need a ship to.
Back to reality, bud.
Am I at the table with you, or are you guys doing your own thing?
At this point, you probably reached over because you came to bring him the drink. It's probably around this time that
Well,
you reached over.
I think I'm more taking the cue of whether this is Ink wanting to talk to him solo, or if
Oh no, you're welcome.
Okay.
Yeah, there's like an empty chair there. It's not like they pulled
He's
everything
just
away.
shit-faced at this
Yeah.
point. Like zoning out. Okay. Hey, dude, drink. Thank you. We picked up a couple of people from Freedom. We didn't get them home. Not legally, by the way.
He looks like around you and like eyes the table next to you. Just keep in mind, everyone here's got a parrot, okay?
Always.
Um,
That's why I'm trying to get them out as soon as possible.
How big of a ship are you need? How many people are you looking to move?
Why do you do this to me? Yeah.
11.
11?
What?
Okay.
Wait, hold on.
Oh, like, keep in mind, there's a lot of
11
people
is
pushing
no. 11? 11's a big number. There's at least
2 numbers, actually.
there's
Only 2 numbers.
there's like 3 of them, right? There's Goat Woman and then 2 tongueless people.
It's just another way of saying two. Ink.
There's only like what number comes after 2?
I love it.
11.
I 11 people. Yeah.
11? Yes. Small schooner would probably do. Do you need the crew rented as well for that to make it go?
Yeah.
Or do you have people who can sail?
I can sail.
We have you.
No, I'm not sailing.
These two know how to sail,
We're not
right?
going on the boat. We're not going on the boat.
Oh, yeah.
We're not
We
going
have
on
How much would the ship you're referring to? How much would this? How many people could this hold? Usually
It's 20 tops.
20 tops. Okay.
And that's a little crowded.
It's so crowded. Okay.
I mean, Greg can sail, but we're not going on a boat. No, we're not
You need a crew as well. It runs more. I can get you probably.
Shrimp.
I can get you
Don't-
8
don't-
men in this
don't-
room right now.
Shrimp. We're. Why are you talking to him? I'm making the zeal. Okay. We're trying to get people back to freedom, and how many champions? How many?
We'll need a fraction of a crew. Half. 4 people.
Half crew.
J-Long likes his scissor.
Half crew. Yes. For that, you're probably going to run. God, I've got some people who owe me favors. I can get you discount. Boat itself's probably going to have an upfront cost. If you'll get me 65 up front, I can probably get you 25 of it back if they all come back alive.
Yeah.
Money.
Shrimpy, Kobaman, Shrimpy.
Kobaman.
Kobaman, yes.
Nice to meet you, Kobaman. They call me Shrimpy.
We also call him prisoner, because... Why do they call you prisoner?
It's a story for another time.
Story show.
Yes, we have. When would you expect payment by?
How fast do you want them? I can have you out of here in an hour.
That would be preferable.
Done.
That's why I go to Shrimpy. Shrimpy's a good guy.
You
Shrimpy, you want a drink?
no.
Sure?
Just tell us.
I run my business out of the corner of this bar. If I'm drunk, we're going to have bad deals.
I ordered Shrimpy a drink.
And it's like there's a brief amount of time. Kyle brings a brief drink over. Thank you. Thanks.
Ink drinks and anyways.
He slides it over to you. If you will all meet me, 3rd pier,
Good.
I can get your boat out there. It's no problem at all. Go make some contacts. I'll be back.
All right.
And he stands up, and as he starts to walk, he pulls out a cane. You see that one of his legs, from calf down, is just congenitally deformed, and it's kind of small for its size.
That's
That might be where the nickname came from. Kind of offensive. Kind of offensive in a way, but he's really embraced it.
I'm really resisting the urge to be a doctor about it.
And he kind of hobbles over towards the bar, and you hear him. He's like, "I need your strongest ale and your saltiest water." And he's like, "How many?" He's like,
he wants a crew.
4. Kind of. All right. And you see the barkeep begins writing down a list of something and hands it over to him. Shrimpy looks at the paper for a minute, looks over at a table. There's about 5 or 6 guys over there. All of them heavily tattooed. Definitely seamen. I mean, they're just covered in hair, swept back hair that's pulled tight where it's almost
Shut up!
here.
Really?
Salty
You're
faces.
that?
Oh my god.
And,
was doing this.
And they're
I was
all
like,
very,
yeah.
very well intoxicated, but they're all conversing like they're just perfectly normal.
Yeah.
These are,
Seamen, salty faces. They're playing that knife game.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. But they really are just
Oh, I
like
have
the
all my
stereotype for
fingers.
this kind of place. And he hobbles over there and pulls out a little sack of gold and sets it on the table. And he's like, and they all immediately stand up, and he's like, 4. And then 2 of them just start decking each other. There's like a brief amount of time, 4 men end up following Shrimpy out of the bar.
Welcome to Blackwater.
The 2 that are left over there, one of them's like nursing a bloody nose, and the other one is just face down on the table. Combination of drunk, passed out, and knocked out.
As I'm walking out, I'm just gonna look to them and just be like, make sure he wakes up and stays awake. And
Well,
you,
the bloody nose just grabs him by the hair and pulls him back, and he just falls over sideways in the chair.
Make sure you just don't touch your head back. That's a myth. And then walk out.
He's
what's
like as
outside?
you're sitting there, he takes one of the empty cups and just and he's just like a blood spits into it.
Turns it with his alcohol.
Kind of goes with it.
Bloody nose or I like that.
I love Blackwater.
Like,
So you reconvene with everyone.
Last time.
You find the cart is a little bit further down from where it was because Cairo is currently in the blacksmith.
I throw another gold on the table. One for the. What's the land path called?
Road?
Yeah, one for the robe.
Takes it, pours another one.
Yeah.
Don't drive the boat.
We got a boat?
Hopefully. Shrimpy hasn't failed you yet.
I talked to Shrimpy?
Have a good day.
Yeah.
Okay. I walk out the door.
He just used curse gold.
I thought you used all the curse go.
Actually,
As you all reconvene, you did.
Did I?
I've just been hanging out in between the cart and the bar.
Okay,
just
yeah,
kinda
you-
watching things.
You hear the fight, you see everybody
Yeah.
coming in and out, and it's an interesting group of people.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Around the time that the everybody gets back with you, you see a small boat pulls into the third pier down. You didn't hear the full conversation, so you're not sure about it, but you do see the 4 men that Shrimpy let out are standing like at that pier waiting. This kind of small boat pulls into the dock right there. Looks like it pulled from one of the like ship holding areas, maybe in on the western end of the town.
Mhm.
I want to ask, and I feel like this is a conversation that we've already had. What happens to a cart?
Yeah,
Sell it.
Part of the ship, part of the
Sell it.
Throw it on the boat. It comes with us.
Just train the horses to
This
it.
isn't a ferry.
No.
This isn't a ferry from like.
We
No. We got to
pawn it here.
Yeah.
We pawn it here.
And then buy it back.
Yep.
That's
gonna
not
happen.
Or buy another one, yeah. But
Shrimpy hobbles back to you all, which I assume you all meet him pretty much at the pier because that's where he said to meet.
Just give it to
I am
Shrimpy
moving
and say, "Hey,
very
watch
slow
this."
at this point.
Okay.
I eventually catch up.
There's your boat. Where's my gold?
We are.
I gotta make up what I paid for those guys and for the boat here, and then of course there's my fee. Again, 65. You'll get 25 back if all 4 of these guys come back alive, and the boat looks pretty relatively undamaged.
All right, and then I'm gonna hand him the 65.
Yeah.
I have one.
a pen for it. I.
We were given gold from the.
I don't care where it came from, to be honest with you. Please don't. Whose name? I put my name on the deed, if that's okay. Hopefully that's fine. It's under my name. Something happens to it. Shrimpy's boat went down, just like the other 30 this year.
is there anybody that would be looking to buy?
You only some. How much is 30?
Yeah. Is there anybody that would be looking to buy, 2-horse strong carriage?
Or could
We
watch
could get
ours?
rid of it real quick.
We're looking
You
for
want to
some.
pawn it or sell it? Do you want it back later or no?
Want it back later, possibly.
On
yeah.
it.
I'll pawn it for you.
Okay.
This is why I go to Shrimpy.
Decent.
He's a fucking man.
Decent horses.
Just slit the throats.
Cart's pretty nice.
I
Just kind of walks around to the back. Oh, there's the merchandise. And he sees that and then walks back to the other side. And he's like, oh, there it is. Hobbles over. Yeah. Whole thing's probably worth 7-8 golds, but then the horses are nice. They're gonna give you a little bit more on
We
that.
got him from Darkish.
I'll give you 24 gold for it right now.
Okay.
You come back, I'll keep 4 of that.
That's fair. I'll give him 20 for that.
Hold on, before we finish this deal,
You'll get
Ink, you know more about
Give
ships than the rest
Or
of us.
24, sorry.
He's
Can
paying
you
you
do us
24
an
Because
because
installation?
to hold it because it's pawning like a
Okay,
sell.
right. Yeah, sorry. My bad.
When you come back, he'll give you 20 back.
He was
Okay.
talking.
Sorry, I was
What?
trying to make clear what a pawn was.
Yeah. No, I know. I had a
Hold on,
retard moment.
Yeah, I was like, what?
Before you leave with our gold,
I didn't.
we
We
don't know
Well, you
we don't know
take
anything
this.
about sailing ships, and I don't know that I trust this individual. Could you give the ship a once over to make sure that it's in working order? He said he's lost 30 ships this year.
Trust me.
I trust. Yes, I trust you because we have the
I
same
mean, like,
job.
having them out of your sight compound as being lost doesn't mean they went down.
All the same.
All right, I'm gonna look over the ships. I mean, I'm gonna assume.
Sometimes it's that they run off with them, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I assume that. I mean, it's shrimpy, so I mean, it's not gonna be like high quality, but it's gonna be like decent quality. but-
Also, you have to think most people rent from me because they're planning on doing something nefarious.
Yeah, I see. Once Ink is on the boat looking it over, I'm like, let's go.
Yeah.
Yes! Oh, I got duped!
I was about to say the exact same thing. I was about to be like, is there a second floor into this? You can go underground?
So
I've never been
about the
straight
time that
duped
you go
before.
into the
I
cabin
did
to
not
get
see that
dark,
coming.
um,
Holy shit!
give me an insight with disadvantage as this boat's gonna start moving to see if you even recognize through your drunkenness.
The world's already moving for him.
Yeah.
The boat was moving before it moved.
No.
You're
Zero.
doing a very
Zero.
thorough search. You get down into the there's it's not a true lower level, it's like a lower
I've been
cabin.
Wow.
You go down and you are
Wow.
investigating, and at one point you see something, you're like, that might be mold. I'm gonna check. And you get down on your hands and knees, and you're down there checking, and you fall asleep.
Wow.
About the time you come to, you have a really restful sleep.
3 days out.
The rest of you all get a good ways out into the ocean. These four men are very, very adept at this. They start out kind of drunk and sober up as it goes.
How's Brenton doing?
He handles himself really well in here.
Very drunk.
But yeah, about the time you finally come to, this from your point of view, you smell salty air and you hear a seagull.
This is normal.
This is normal. What's not normal is the continuous rocking.
I mean,
Which
that's
is
also
Not, but it's not the we're sitting in dock. It's more of a we're moving forward.
Wait. I run up to the top of the deck.
You look around, water
Whoa,
everywhere on all sides.
I am steering the ship.
You see Nomad's up top, but one of the four guys
Yeah,
right next
he's
to you.
there.
All right. Okay.
I am actively learning.
They're actually pretty
Wait,
nice
wait.
guys. You've kind of gotten to know them
What are their
all
names?
pretty well.
We need more companions.
Okay, this
Or
one
whatever first
is
kills him.
I saved one.
Well, that was
this
great.
is Pigma. Is his name?
I could decide which one I would
Take my
save.
balls.
No, Pigma Sty.
Oh my god. Why do I pig my balls? Really?
Pigma Sty. Jimmy Tomlin.
I'm not saving him.
All right.
I don't know what that name
I've already
Hoffman?
killed Jeremy Tomlin. Wait a second.
Hoffman.
Hoffman.
Hoffman Quam.
You killed his brother.
I've
Vrock.
killed somebody called Jeremy Tomlin.
Rock.
Vrak. VVRAK.
Rock my
He's from the northern continent. He's actually got an interesting story.
Is it
Oh, I
last
saved
name?
Rock. Rock
Kaito.
name.
Kid, you spell that one?
CYTO.
Is he also a dragon duck?
No.
Damn it.
So his name's Kaito. Does
If
he make,
anybody
does
got
he
that
make robot
reference,
like
make
sheep
comment.
and giant ants?
No.
Okay.
What about pipe bombs?
Is it just coincidence that I've killed Jeremy Tomlin before?
Maybe.
You hope so.
His soul is in my eyeball.
Yeah, I'm just on the top of the deck, just kind of looking around. Guys?
You see Britton up slides down a rope next to you, and he's pulling he's turning this sail.
Brit. I grab onto his shoulder.
Whoa! Hey, what's up?
Where are we?
Ocean.
Why? Why? Like, I'm actually really happy to be here. Like, I really miss.
Yeah, here we are on the water. It's
Where
nice.
are we going?
Oh, I don't
Where's our
know.
heading?
We're heading south.
Why?
Freedom.
Why?
The island, freedom. I think.
No,
It's something like that.
no. We're
Yeah,
not
I'm
going
taking
free.
the
We're not going
the
free.
people back.
We are not.
The people back.
We are not going to.
People back.
We're going to freedom.
That's a good band.
I jump off the ship.
Sorry, buddy. Hold that number.
No,
What?
I don't have one.
All right, you jump in the water.
Can Ink swim?
Yes.
Yeah.
According to him, no. But according to stat sheets, yes.
Yeah. You land in the water.
I start swimming.
Okay. Where are you going, Ing?
Not to freedom.
Your swimming speed is not the same as your movement
No, it's
speed, by the way.
No, it's not.
It's actually pretty mediocre,
It's pretty
to be honest.
mediocre, yeah.
It's
It's
just
like it's a doggy paddle.
you
I genuinely don't.
I'm looking-
you see a life the little flotation thing lands in front of you. I know that you're at least a decent person of reason. We're a full day out.
I'd rather drown.
You don't have to go on the island.
I'd rather drown.
It's a good point. You don't have to go on the
You don't
island.
have to go
He's
on.
going on anyway.
We don't even have to dock the boat by the island. We could just send out, we could send someone out, have them send a different ship to pick people up.
You don't have to get on. Oh, all right. Well, bye.
I keep swimming. Yeah.
Okay.
No,
I'm
I'm
gonna
not.
try and tag him with the harpoon.
No, I'm
No.
Oh
my god!
It has a spring back to pull you back.
I'm just gonna say.
That's the way.
I'm just gonna say up to the captain where Jim is, because I mean you're not Jim.
Yeah, at that moment you are.
That's right.
At the moment you are.
Circle him.
Spin us back around. Just quick detour. Just grab him.
It's like this super awkward, like slow. As
Yeah.
you see, like side view is just a,
Also, by the way,
and the shit
Link has
goes.
told you multiple times that he can't swim. By the way.
Yeah.
You watch him and he can, but it's not super impressive.
We were going forward, so I just wanted.
Yeah,
to
it's like a. It turns.
Just so you know,
Just-
his spider's aiming too.
Yeah, just pull us up. Where he is basically gonna run into
You
us.
basically like outrun him, like keeping pace alongside him.
I'm not going. I'll get back to land eventually.
You will not. You absolutely won't.
I guess.
You're gonna wear yourself out first.
You're already panting.
Says you.
Plus
I am a doctor.
Come on, be a pirate of reason.
It is, yeah.
Never.
Well, no, if it lands, and then it's a strength save to be.
What kind of pirate's afraid of adventure?
Right here.
This isn't an adventure.
Sure it is.
I've been there. It's a shithole.
Minus.
So is Blackwater, and you love that.
It's,
That's the good type of shithole.
but you're not
Well, then come on board and tell us why you don't want to go.
Mine's just.
Do you like lava?
No, mine's not. Actually.
No. Wow.
What? What?
What?
Where does that come
I
from?
actually paused.
I pause.
Also rope out there at him like a fucking like
A lasso?
A lasso,
You're
yes.
trying to lasso him?
I like how all
That's
doing
better than
different shit.
harpoon.
All right, go for it.
We're all
Give me
putting him.
Just so you know, we need
Are you
two- we need
proficient
two
with
dex
lasso?
saves.
No, probably not.
give me a attack roll with disadvantage.
Jeffy,
Not a bad start.
two strength saves.
Okay.
Well,
I
let's
guess
get the lasso go.
I guess I would add my dex to that, right?
You're not
Yeah, to
proficient.
get it on him, but
Yeah.
then it's gonna be
11.
strength to pull him.
I mean, my
That's-
AC is 16.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, you're not quite hitting him.
All right. Well, we could get you out of this lava.
I see what he's doing.
Oh, are you casting some shit on me?
I'm about to do Phantasmal Force.
Oh, God.
Yeah, it's alright.
Strength throws are a 17 and a 10.
He fails one of them.
Yeah,
He's
you get
being
pulled.
dragged back.
What are you guys doing?
We're
Pulling you, we're harpooning
Oh,
you, and pulling you back.
That's the
to
needle
ship.
harpoon, the one that doesn't do
yeah,
damage.
yeah,
It
yeah.
basically goes through your clothes and rips through you and pulls you.
Yeah.
You're getting pulled back as you're paddling. It feels more like you think you should be going forward, but you're going backwards, which is really hard to tell though in the ocean, to be honest.
Let me go. Let me die in the ocean. I don't want to go back to that rock.
Harpoon him again.
Oh, I think.
Strength throw.
No, I missed that one. I'm not a good shot, but I can keep shooting. That's what matters.
Just reels it back in.
Basically. Oh, there you go. That one hits.
Brenton just reaches over to help pull you out the way in it as you're struggling. Just kind of like as you get close to the boat, they're always pulling you on.
Let me die in the ocean.
When he gets close, he's getting hit by Hellshower.
Net.
Are you just taking this as an opportunity to abuse him?
Yes. Absolutely.
I mean, a little bit,
He
but I
hold
mean,
this.
it's
We're
okay.
talking
Dexterity
about.
save.
I will argue, is it not orient? Like,
I was trying to be sensible.
Yeah, is it not called for?
Yeah,
I
okay.
mean, honestly.
Hit him.
Is it advantage because he's held, kind of?
Probably not at this point because he's probably flopping again
how
pretty
much
hard.
does the harpoon do?
It doesn't. It's like it goes
Okay,
through your
okay,
clothes.
okay.
It pulls. It's only a pull.
Yeah.
It's really more of a like small like needle and grab because I
Okay.
couldn't
I missed the
justify
first
even the
swing 'cause
1
you're-
point of damage
you're
that
because you're
did.
hiding so or
All right.
bouncing so much.
I mean, if he's swinging Hellshower, I mean, I'm swinging back.
Okay.
Well, the second hit's gonna hit you.
Hey, multi attack.
Okay, yeah, give me damage.
I'm
Also,
on
second level smiting,
Yes!
Don't forget to
He's
remind
killing me.
and my divine smite. I'm not high level yet.
Yeah. You dog shit.
It's okay.
Get Rex Scribe. Poggers.
Oh, dude.
Pog champ.
Poggers, dude.
24 for that hit.
24? I'm still conscious.
Your turn.
Might not be when Britain hits you
Yeah,
next.
I want to hit him with the blade of memories.
Oh.
Oh no! No!
Do it.
Get it.
I practiced for this.
Kairos,
Oh, God.
Kairos
Please-
still has his shots too.
Please miss, please miss, please miss, please miss.
Oh, I was just gonna grab
15
one.
plus 4.
Oh.
That's a hit.
I was just
Okay,
gonna grab
a
one.
wisdom
you didn't make
save,
a
I
wisdom
think.
save.
Okay.
Can I do this without doing damage? I would just kind of like a medical incision type
I
deal.
know you can do non-lethal.
Non-lethal. Okay.
Yeah, you're still gonna do damage.
I mean, you can kill him.
Oh, yep. He
That's
rolled.
a wisdom.
All 1d4 to
Oh,
see which
no.
memory you
So
roll.
there is still a chance that I just learned what happened to you in the last 24 hours.
There's
which
that is a
sleeping.
chance.
Happiest moment. Attuned has advantage on all saves initiated by the target.
Oh. Okay, so
What
that's
is
actually
this?
your training probably back during that time.
No. My
Who's
happiest
drinking?
moment is whenever I got my first tattoo.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, you
So
see
you-
a like a
Go ahead.
seaborne vessel.
Okay.
And just is it like by my perspective?
It's from your perspective.
Okay, so
yes.
yeah, you see me looking back, and you see this almost what is it? Indonesian style tattoo on my shoulder, which you've seen before. It's like this kind
On
of
the rock,
flower
yeah.
pattern.
It's a Polynesian.
Polynesian, yeah.
yes.
It's kind of this flower pattern, and it is covering up what you've seen before from your medical investigations, some of my scars.
Mhm.
And I just kind of look back at the guy that is giving me the tattoo,
Mhm.
and he kind of goes, "Hey, if you get enough of these, we might just have to call you Ink since you don't have a name." And that is his happiest moment.
It flashes back. Ink, you relive the whole thing too.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
Since he felt since he felt like emotionally drained after the saddest one, is he like a little calmer now that he saw the happiest one?
Well, that's actually that's the reason that it causes you to have disadvantage on the it's this disadvantage to saves against
Oh.
your stuff, right?
No, he has.
Or you have
minus
advantage
one.
against saves from him,
Yes,
initiated
yes.
by him. Yes. Yeah, and that's why it's because you pull back punches a lot now, so you feel very, very calm.
What the fuck happened?
How much damage you do?
I guess if I,
Yeah, go ahead and deal damage.
it's non-lethal. I
Why
will
is
make
that?
sure.
I
that's
hope
clear.
As
so.
long as we can knock him out.
It's a lot of non-lethal comparatively. 5 plus 2, so 7.
7 points.
A lot for what I have.
I'm still conscious.
Conscious. It's more or less just like a plunge into your shoulder and a pull back that causes
Into the
that.
actual, probably the flowers.
I just I just Zorro you.
Yeah.
This is more or less Corbin like, this is a good chance actually.
And Britain's kind of got you like this right now. He's like, shh.
Let me.
They're both.
He starts rubbing your head. Shh. We need. There you go. You see him pull out a bottle of alcohol, and he's got it right in front of your face. Here we go. Here we go. Yeah, a little more drink.
I mean, you
a little more drinky drink.
I mean, you motherfuckers just knocked me down to 7 hit points. So.
a little more drinky drink.
Yeah.
Little more
Dean
drinky.
goes unconscious. He's just gonna.
Oh, nighty.
He gives
blood.
between the just like the hammer to the face that Atrix just gave him and the emotional drain that
Yeah, he just
Corbin-
decided it was better to be asleep.
What do you do with a drunken cat boy? What do you do with a drunken cat boy? What do you do with a drunken cat boy? Tie him to the mast.
So this is a.
Ah!
He wakes back up.
He wakes up and he's our little like mermaid in the
He's
front
the
of
mermaid in the front.
I'm the helm.
So this
Could be.
is roughly a 3-day journey to hit the islands north of Freedom. Navigating
Ironically,
around them
if
is
he was
about another
conscious-
3 days. This is a long trip. This is about 6 days total.
Ironically, if Ink was conscious and fully willing to sail with you guys, we could do it in 2
Yeah, because you get the speed bonus with the sailors.
or 1.5 technically.
Well, yeah, for now you're tied to the mast.
Yeah. Probably tied more
Tied sitting. You're
underneath.
tied sitting. Like you just like you're kind of it's just around the waist, kind of down there, you know.
But yeah, you come back to and you're tied up.
What?
Still in the ocean. Britain's back up on the mast again. Britain likes to do this thing too, where he's like, he doesn't just.
Do I technically get a long rest so I can heal?
Yeah, you get a long rest
Okay,
over
okay.
the period of this.
I want to
Shoot him again.
when I realize he's awake, I want to go. I want to talk to him. So, I'm gonna do his long rest. So, Ink, if you don't mind, please.
I do.
Okay.
I do.
Okay.
I mine a lot. Why are we on a ship?
Here, drink this.
Why is it that you are
This is
so
not chloroform.
against going back to freedom?
Because it's a garbage place full of nothing
Guys
but
poison you?
just garbage people.
Hey, hey.
Shaylana
hey.
walks up. Why do you think that? Just walks out in front of you. You're
Shut up!
stuck
Shut
here.
up! You took one class in high school and now you think you're a therapist. Shut the fuck up.
You can't point at
I
her.
was in college. But she sits down in front of you cross-legged.
So you're saying that the Titans aren't garbage people?
No, they're garbage people, but I want to kill them. I don't want to kill anybody on freedom.
All right. Well, don't you want to? Wouldn't you say that most
Nope.
of the people up in that one
No.
town went to a
No.
garbage?
No.
Why don't you like freedom?
And you're going to need to be honest with us.
I
if you want
no,
to
I
anyway.
don't. I don't fucking have to. Fuck
How
you.
long has it
That's
been? since
weird.
you guys
Fuck you.
Zone
Fuck you too, you fucking horse girl. Oh my god, no.
It doesn't compel you
Damn,
to talk.
this is
You
like
just
a-
can't tell a lie.
That's true.
But Ink is always compelled to talk.
Okay.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
Is it a wisdom save?
What's wrong with freedom?
Is it a wisdom save?
Yeah.
For done? Yeah.
I thought it was charisma. I'm the truth.
I shall see.
God, I'm
I
rolling
haven't-
horribly tonight.
It doesn't probably matter
What's
based
the
off of
save?
whatever he said.
What did you roll?
Hold on,
It's gonna
Papa's
be in the double
figure, you
digits.
know.
I mean, my wisdom saving throw is 10.
Zone of truth.
No.
I
But
don't
what
think
would a
it was
charisma
a
save
five.
be, though?
charisma. That is a 7.
So
No.
either way, it's
It
gonna
was
fail.
a charisma 75.
So yeah, that's a failure.
Alright, so you are not compelled to talk, but you are compelled to tell the truth.
Okay.
How long has it been since you've been there?
I don't know.
Boy,
You
yes.
can't count. I mean, like,
What's wrong with
She's
Uh,
still figuring this
you?
out.
You asked the question. It was your question. Like, what's wrong with that?
What's wrong with freedom?
I don't want to go back.
Why?
It has answers that I don't want to know.
Why?
how were babies made?
What? Do you want to know if your parents are dead? Do you want to know if all of the people you loved and cared for are dead?
They're doing fine. Please. What about yours?
I don't know.
Does ignoring the truth make it better?
Yes.
Doesn't?
Common fallacy for a lot of people. It's easier to ignore the truth and pretend it doesn't exist. I think it's a fair answer. And she just kind of stands up.
Fuck you.
She looks back at you and goes, I wish I hadn't found out mine were dead. So, I understand. And she just walks back into the cabin. And one of the sailors walks up and goes, if it makes you feel any better, mine are dead too. He's so confused and doesn't really know what's happening, but he only heard dead parents, and he's like, it's okay. And he just walks back away. He's so lost.
Ink is just typed in mass sobbing.
Yeah.
Just.
You need lemonade.
This is gonna become the new thing because of that missing. His boys need lemonade.
I wouldn't trust lemonade. I'm handed on like a ship this tiny.
Man, I'm trying to have an emotional character moment. Actually, so much.
The opportunity was never had.
I know. I don't blame you one bit.
Britain's like kind of like, I don't know if it's really fair that we keep compelling him to tell the truth. To be honest,
Well, I think
kind of
it's pretty
seems.
funny.
Ridden, are you gay?
Make a save.
Mix it.
Definitely feel that he's saved. No, I'm not.
So that's really it. That
I'm
one's
feeling
really
it.
just his business.
Not your business what my sexuality is, anyways.
Oh, and my fucking
That's right, you didn't have
past
a wife.
wasn't my business?
I do have a wife.
Well, you didn't make the save.
Does he have a wife?
I know, that's why I'm saying this.
I guess
He saved
he
already.
saved
And
her,
that, Cam's saying that.
Can't make the save?
Everybody's
That's what's
fucking
funny.
Cam makes the fucking save.
I'll roll. What is it, Charisma?
Yeah.
I crit. Okay.
I pass.
Both of these motherfuckers crit on the save!
Britain rolled a
Our
19.
ears.
What the
I mean,
fuck?
Yeah, I rolled
Oh,
a 17.
Fucking equal to 5!
Oh, if it makes you feel better, that sailor though, his parents really were dead.
It doesn't make me feel any
Because
better.
he net one, so.
Zone of Truth is just this big sad circle.
It's a big sad circle jerk.
It's just an AA meeting.
There was no sense.
Yeah, but
I'm not sad.
Ink is just
I mean, I'm
crying on
sad,
the
but-
best. He's just
He felt too.
he's out of it.
No, I bet
He
20.
just hasn't said anything. Cairo, do you have 7
Actually, I rolled a
Cairo?
27, if we're including,
Yeah.
you know, the full save. Like I wasn't feeling.
Cairo, is your first name actually Cairo?
Right.
Ah, there's why they're all named Cairo.
It's more of like a brand name.
I'm dropping Zone of
No,
Truth.
actually, wait. No, don't do it yet. Now I'm curious.
Wait, did Cairo fail to say?
A brand name.
Yeah. Brittany's like, wait a minute. Wait.
But
You do illegal things, don't you?
Many things. Yeah.
You knew that already.
Fuck
Right,
off.
no, but hold on. You're a mafia.
Yeah.
You're a mob.
No.
It's a family business.
Yeah.
It's a family business, and you loan money and deal with money
Cairo.
and smuggle goods.
Cairo,
Money, no.
Cairo.
Smuggling, no. Killing, yes.
Cairo, what
Oh.
are you?
Bounty hunter?
They're a hitman group.
Let him answer. It's the zone of truth.
Hitman, bounty hunters?
Homunculus is like where it's a part soul thing, right?
Yeah.
Because that's what Cairo is. Him and his brothers are all like the same soul of his father.
I mean, it's really just whatever how he would see it.
Yeah.
It's
Shalana, what are you attracted
Oh
to?
no, he knows.
Okay.
So
So
you
you're
remember
all
we're all Cairo, literally. You
you're
know
all the
movie
same
9?
person
It's
And
basically
you're all
9.
it's that.
used to kill things or
Yeah.
do jobs.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I like it.
Shalana.
See, we learned something new in this zone. Yeah.
That explains.
Her? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
She's,
Yeah, what do you
she's, like,
want?
she's already in the cabin though. She wandered off.
Yeah.
Did you want to see if she failed or not?
No, I just wanted to see if she has passive rend.
Okay, she walks
She's
back
really
in.
good. You have passive rend.
She passed my door.
She fell
Were you a thing?
briefly.
Yeah, within the
How long is briefly?
How long ago briefly?
You guys can ask her too. She failed.
I know Corbin doesn't want to know, but Judd is infinitely curious.
No.
100
How long is
years,
briefly?
70?
7 years.
Oh.
7
Oh, yeah.
7 moving years? No.
Seven
Or 7
actual
stagnant
years.
years.
I mean, was stagnant.
This is the most interested I've ever heard actor. What, 7 years? Like, whoa.
Is that why you guys beef all the time?
Yes, it did not end well, but we both have a common goal, which is taking down the Titans.
Whose fault was it?
And then she looks over the sailor who failed, and he's like, "No, I literally am paid to not say anything. I'm saying I failed." She's like, "I'm telling the truth. I'm telling the truth." What was the next question?
Whose fault was it? Between you and
It was a
Rand.
mutual decision. Compelled by the fact that she's an absolute piece of crap with a stick up her rear end who doesn't have any compassion for anyone. She would much rather work in self-preservation than making something work and understanding that sometimes jobs take people to different cities. And maybe you can wait 6 months on someone. But it was a mutual understanding.
No math from the top says,
That's
I don't
what I-
understand any of this.
That's what I'd expect from a horse girl.
I don't even like horses! That much.
That
You know, Nomad's kind of a horse.
I like horses. What's so wrong with horses, girls? I said it in a
Oh my
oblivious
God, no
girls.
I was like, I'm so,
Huge skull just like on his head. What's wrong with horse girls?
I'm so oblivious to the fact.
So fucking
The most you guys have learned about anybody's backstory is in this like 5 minutes.
I was going to talk to Ink, but he seems to be asleep.
Sobbing. He's sobbing.
He's sobbing. Yes.
Pretty much unresponsive at this point.
It's okay. We have 10 minutes.
You guys are
10
still.
minutes more.
You guys are sailing still to. It's still pretty much coming to the end of the first full day of sailing, and you've got
Equal
2
time.
more full days
Equal
of sailing
time,
before you even hit any land. So
That appears on our ship.
Poppy's like, I'm back.
so funny. Like, that's fucking Mr. Action pops out.
This is the most dysfunctional episode we've ever had.
This is the
Which is
best girl
impressive, to be
conversation.
honest.
We tried into Ren and Ren's relationship, and then she got really mad. It was like, I'm not even a horse girl. And then we were like,
sorry.
and then we yelled, and then Atris yelled, not Atris, Nomad yelled at her about horses.
I've got a question about these tiny islands and whatnot. Is there any marked areas?
On the maps? No.
Okay.
Now
Well, what else are we doing on this long trip?
I want to
Crying.
look to Ink, and I'm going to say, it's not much of a consolation, I know, but now that we are aware of why you don't want to be there, we will make sure everything is done in our power to make sure that you do not have to face something that you do not want to face.
You don't
No.
have to go on the island. None of us are going
I'm
to
not
make you.
going on the island.
Fair enough.
Then so it will be.
That's fine.
Walk away.
I'm yelling from the
How are the slaves doing?
They actually are all like watching from the cabin, just like this the whole time.
They're still in the cart.
You guys let them by. They're actually sitting in the middle. They're sitting in the middle of the street in Blackwater, like,
Well,
whoops.
Watch out, guys. These are some nice horses. They're like, yeah, they're pretty good.
How much for these?
3.
3 what?
I mean, honestly, Ink was probably drunk enough to be like, "Hey, you 3, watch the horses."
But, yeah, they're in the cabin, just kind of watching you all. Are you dropping Zone of Truth or just leaving it up until it fades? Okay.
I've learned what I want to. I have pride.
I don't know what horse schools are.
My job is to bring everyone's backstory out of them.
What was this?
Backstory jutsu.
Jutsu.
Backstory
That's how
Jitsu.
Naruto's name.
Fucking
It always brings up the swings out. Back when I was a kid.
Flashback.
All right.
If you
cool.
all-
Swing set.
No
What is
jutsu.
everybody doing on this journey? Because we do need. I don't want to keep you guys
Learning the smithing set.
RPing through. That's not hard to do over that amount of time.
This book of speaking with weapons, I'm just chilling with Hellshire trying to figure this out.
It'll be 9 cold days and the 9 hells before you drag my backstory out of me.
That's what I said too.
I can
But
take
then you
to
strap me to a fucking boat and cast so much.
You kept trying to kill yourself.
Britton like hangs down backwards from there and looks at you and's like, "Are you wanting us to try?"
Yeah.
I don't know why you
Wait,
did
Brent's
that
on
with
the top
invitation.
bunk.
But no, I'm going to
He
be reading.
swings back. He's got a very impressive amount of abdominal strength. Really, like he
Let
spiders up
me
these maps.
go.
I can't help as a shipman. I have an 8 strength, so I'm
Yeah.
going to. I'm just going to try to finish my mage armor book.
Okay.
Let me go.
Not hard for you. You read pretty quickly. So he does. Eventually, Britton, just noticing nobody's paying any attention, just like jumps down and's like, "Hey, I swear on my life, as a fellow sailor, you're not going on that island." And he just cuts you free.
Where is the closest barrel of rum?
Somewhere downstairs, but here's the closest bottle. And he hands it to you.
I'm just straight, just white girl chugging.
And
Like,
he just goes back up the
if
mast.
I could, like, if it was a can and I could shotgun it, I would. But it's a bottle, so
So you just get increasing, basically stay drunk the whole rest of this trip.
most. definitely,
What are you
yes.
doing, Cam, for the rest of this trip? Because I'm just going to kind of speed you through the 6 days. I'm going to roll to see encounters, but other than that,
Probably just be raiding as long as everything's copacetic with ink.
okay, all right. So you do eventually finish your mage armor book. It's not hard for you because you read pretty quickly.
Mhm.
Coming to the end of that, when you utilize mage armor, you have +1 more AC to this typical mage armor.
Fuck you.
Other than that smith set, if there's more time, I
I
want to learn
hate
about the other
mage armor
courses.
and shield more than any other spell.
Do it. I'm sorry.
Other than the smith set, if there's more time, I want to learn about fever dream.
Okay. In addition to that, whenever you cast mage armor, you can choose 1 resistance to fire, cold, lightning, or put it down somewhere. Poison,
Oh,
and gain resistance to that during the duration it's up. Just 1 though, can't stack it.
is that the damage or like save?
Damage type.
Okay.
Okay. But upon completion of the book, it is a magical rune as well, and it burns out as you finish it. So this one
time
does
to go
have to
find
stay dormant, but it's well, you can look at it and figure out how long it takes. This one is not like the other ones where it's like the 99-year thing on this.
Let's
This
see
one
what-
is 6 months.
Six
It can't
months?
be used again.
All right.
I mean, we got time.
So-
We're in time
How-
bubble.
What month is it? Because like I could regift this at Christmas, maybe. You know.
No, the winter solstice is coming too quick. For that,
Regifting.
unfortunately.
This guy.
Corbin would be the ones that re-gift. Like he's got plenty of money, but he's like, oh yes, like.
I'll have you know.
But just for context of it as well,
I
just
don't
because it
want
is,
this
it's
air
kind of an
fryer.
interesting item. That's
Why
the
not?
+1 part that comes from the magical part. The resistance anyone who reads it can gain for mage armor, so you
That's
can
pretty
still
cool.
get the resistance. part by
I
reading it if you want.
tell the whole spiel to Cam, and I'll give him the book. I'll text you.
You can still gain the resistance part if you would like to.
Cool.
Upon completion of your book, I will go ahead and just speed you through this because during this time, combined with this and especially over a full 6 days of reading and not doing much else because it is kind of a boring trip, you do complete your book, and when you do, when you make a you gain proficiency in both insight and deception. If you are already proficient in either of them, you gain double proficiency.
Hell yes.
Hell yeah.
Because I was already proficient in both.
All
You
right,
guys know,
you
if,
have double proficiency in both.
if he reads the book and gets the lightning resistance and stands next to me in 2 levels, if he rages, he becomes resistant to everything, pretty much.
Hell yeah.
Wait. Oh,
That's
that's
still up. Fire and
When I hit level 7, he becomes resistant to
So-
fire, cold, necrotic. He'll be resistant
Oh,
to
yeah.
lightning through that thing.
it's the psychic that always gets people though.
Yeah.
The psychic's the one that always.
wait. So if I
Mage armor?
read it, I get the resistance. For
No, he has to cast mage armor to get the resistance,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
It's not just you gain resistance, right?
No.
Yeah, you have to cast
It's
mage armor.
upon,
Okay,
upon
okay.
a cast of mage armor.
Yeah,
You can
sorry.
I was
choose
about
a
to say that
resistance.
book
Okay,
is
I thought there was
overpowered
something
as
else. Yeah,
fuck.
no, no,
Yeah,
Mage
I'm about
armor.
to say.
It's
Just
on the
keep
casting
reading
mage
it.
armor.
Yeah,
Oh,
give me
No.
give me
Oh,
resistance.
I'm already resistant to poison.
But I did just get a +10 now to my deception.
So you get through on the end of
So
the
now
third
you'll
day.
get
3
like
pages.
an 11 or 12 on your deception.
Where you have 800.
Maybe. Can be worse.
True.
Just so y'all know, once I start talking to Hellstar, things are going to get really weird really fast.
They're already weird.
People are going to start dying left and right.
Our character arcs
They
are
already
going.
do.
I'll be writing a
You're
book.
not saying anything out of the ordinary.
So you get to the third day. You guys don't run into anything on the first 2 days. The third day, you all pass by the islands there. Nothing eventful. This is where you were recaptured, and where you were intended to colonize, essentially. Move to.
Want to walk through memory lane, Cam?
You do know there are some islands that probably have people on them, but you guys don't really make any stops or anything. You kind of cut it wide, and you get to a point in your book about halfway through that day that walks you through this like meditation exercise. You can choose if you want to do it or not. It seems kind of silly.
Sure.
So you kind of
Meditation's one of my things.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
So you and it asks you to find a weapon essentially, and find and make yourself one with the weapon. It's this really cheesy thing. So of course you kind of take Hellshire and you start walking your way through it, and you once again get that rush that was experienced through the memory as well. This just overwhelming wave of anger, of sadness, and you hear the whispers, the yelling, screaming in the background, and then once again it's the guys. Everything's quiet. You look around, and you see Britton is actually down there with you as well, and he seems to be like making something like breakfast or food for himself, and he clinks like 2 metal things together, and it doesn't make a single sound to you. You can't hear anything, just completely deaf.
Mm.
And you, as you try to like reach up to like. You can't move your arms. You're just locked in one place.
My sleep paralysis in this game.
But it's what it feels like. It's like sleep
How does it
paralysis.
feel having your
but it
backstory
came-
drenched up?
But it came from just meditating, essentially. And then you hear, once again, the voices. But this time they're all in the background, and there's one in front of the others. as it waits. It's like it's waiting on a response. You just can't speak or think or even understand it. And it... A commoner. And that's the end of it. And then you snap right back.
Yes.
And you snap right back, and you're just holding Hellshire.
Uh-huh.
This goes nowhere.
How does it feel, bitch?
I'm just gonna start reading faster now. This book's actually interesting.
It's like,
Oh, this book finally became interesting. Okay.
I think that's like one of those books you get like 800 pages in, so you're like, oh. And then
And there is still more book, unfortunately, ahead of you too.
How
if you
far
want
is
to
how far
continue.
through it is?
anyway, to
116.
reiterate,
About maybe a third of the way through.
I got my first. A third of the way through, and I wait to the next.
Lord.
I'm a phone
Max.
Max.
You all continue on in sailing. The
I am spending the majority of the time.
well intoxicated,
No, not well intoxicated. Just completely
passed out, face down.
Yeah,
Unwell intoxicated.
probably in the brig as well.
Okay.
I have him tied up.
If there is a brig. If there's not a brig, just the cargo hold.
Okay.
I'm still staring.
All right. You're still learning to steer. You get pretty good at it, to be honest, but you still don't always understand how when you turn, why does the ship turn? Why do they still have to move the sails? And then, so it's like you feel like
It's too dependent.
you feel like when you turn, the whole thing should just turn. It doesn't make sense to you because when you move your arm moves. It just goes. It doesn't need other people to move it. And so it's just like the boat should be the same way.
I
It just
mean, that's the most accurate description of how to sail like
and
ever.
so you're like, and so you hear the thing in the back go, "Arr!" But then the other guys go, oh, and then they go up and they move sail, and you're like, this is just what's my job here? Why am I even here? Like, so it's just
Get rid of the wheel. Just be like, point.
yeah, exactly. That's what and that you're like rationalizing this. Like, why am I even doing this? So, but anyways,
We'll
that's
learn
what's
over
going on with you. But you all continue down past the islands. Through them, it takes a full day to even get through the islands there. On the probably 5th day of sailing, as you're coming out of the island area, you do pass by a small raft. It's just drifting in the water, and there's nobody on it. It just kind of drifts past you all.
Is there anything on it?
Not at the end. But it's very clearly man-made or humanoid-made. Or
Like-
creature-made.
Like a wood tied
Yeah,
together.
wood and tied together raft. Like I'm getting off this island kind of raft. And
Kind of like you were found on.
you were found on a
Yeah.
slightly nicer made.
Yeah.
It wasn't a nice boat,
Yeah.
but it was a handmade boat.
It wasn't twine. It was more like, actual rope.
You were lucky enough to find the raft building guide for dummies.
Yeah, exactly.
On the island.
Yeah.
You all
No, I was sent
sail
off
for
on
another
that
day, and eventually Britain calls down. There's land on the horizon.
Land ho.
Passing by.
He just goes, land!
Nah, he doesn't know
It's like,
how.
I don't... He slides down, he's like, I don't believe in calling people offensive names.
I do.
How progressive of
Oh,
you.
you kidding?
No, that's only truth. Question was already.
No, he passed.
He's
that.
saved.
He
Oh,
passed,
it's
but
safe.
I know it wasn't.
So you
Yeah.
all about takes you probably another 4 hours or so to get close enough to actually anchor in. All right, who's coming ashore? Gotta take these people home.
I'll go.
I am.
And you are,
Where did you
welcome
live?
to stay here.
I am in the bottom deck, drunk and crying.
Oh, the ship's small enough that we're like shouting back and forth to each other.
Yeah, you can definitely hear people are going ashore.
That
but
is, my statement still stands.
Right.
Yeah, sure.
Also, since we're on freedom, Cam is pretty much just gonna go with his natural colors, which is
Okay.
like a bright green skin with like red hair and like red freckles.
Okay.
Is this the first time we're seeing that, or
Yeah, probably.
Pretty much.
Yeah, I think so.
You all get in these small boats that are attached to the side of your slightly larger than these boats boat and begin to row in. How long we got still?
That is a fantastic question.
20 minutes.
If I can unlock my phone, I will let you know. 30 minutes.
I'll go a little bit further here. You all row in.
I mean, the last episode was a little short, so
Yeah.
we're good.
The beach is rocky here. You beach in, and then it goes up a cliff. I mean, it's beached cliff. And this is the only entrance. This seems to be where boats come to. In fact, as you row in, you can see there's a wreck or two. No, not a lot, but a couple.
I want to know my name, Beachcliff.
Beach Cliff? It's a good name. So is Cliff Beach. And rowing in, one of the sailors has decided to come with you. The other three are staying on the boat to kind of keep watch. He pulls the boat up onto the rocks there to kind of leave it.
So have you ever been to Freedom?
Nope. First time for everything.
I suppose so.
There's a actual rope ladder that hangs down from the side there. Is this where we go?
Yeah.
You gonna lead us? Because
I'm just going to follow the. I'm going to follow Cam and the freed slaves.
Right.
Okay.
Yes.
yeah, Cam and the slaves immediately start climbing it without any issue at all. And Cam, as soon as you hit the top, there is a man. Well, he's not a man.
Yeah.
There is a gentleman at the top who is he's definitely Ursaring, so he's a bear
Mm-hmm.
of some kind.
So no feathers and he's a biped.
Yeah.
That doesn't make
Oh, isn't it?
He's a man.
He's a man.
Behold
These-
the man.
Definitely more bear than man, really. I mean, he's a massive guy, and he's got a long sword on his side, which is definitely local made. You've gotten pretty good at recognizing which weapons come from here and which don't.
Yeah.
Sadly, the Freedom weapons a lot of times don't hold up to the other ones, but they look way nicer. And he just kind of looks at you. Family name.
Yeah, what's up?
I thought so.
What gave it away?
Oh, you're the one who made the mess. Yeah?
Yeah, that was me.
Welcome home.
Yeah.
Oh, man. And he looks at the other three that are standing there.
We found them north in an
my
unfortunate
God.
situation. Did what we could to get them back here.
Welcome home.
Thank you.
And then he sees, like, other people climbing up, and he, like, reaches for the sword.
The crew that helped us get them home.
They're friends of yours, they're friends of mine.
Yeah.
Come on. And he, like, reaches down, and as you're reaching about the top, this large, just paw reaches down to take your hand,
I reached out.
pulls you up, just no issue, and sets you on the ground. And then kind of, like, points you guys towards the well-cut stairs that lead down the rest of the cliff. So it kind of goes up, and then there's a cliff, and then the stairs go back down the other side. Most of Freedom is built inside of essentially a crater, which is raised on the edges.
They went all the way with this nice staircase, then they just crapped out without a rope ladder.
It's more to keep, because it's very easy to... It's very easy if somebody's coming up that you don't want to go.
No, I know.
Yeah.
Just be like, doesn't always work, though.
I say after all of them have been gone for a significant while, Ink is going to start swimming towards the island.
Okay. Towards Freedom.
Are there enough boats left on there that you could just take a boat? 'Cause I don't
You could if you wanted
Yeah, I
to.
don't want to make it harder.
Might as well.
Okay, you take a boat. One of the sailors even, like, who's just happened to be standing up, like, helps you take it down. He's like, need me to come, or?
I've handled one of these before.
Just kind of waves at you. You guys are walked down, not by him, but by another individual who is standing on the side over here. Seems to be trying to think of the correct animal type for this. It's like the sable antelopes, the ones that are more have the, like, longer horns as opposed to the short little nubby ones. And it's, but definitely more of an animal face, but on almost completely humanoid body other than the bottom feet, which are hooves. And begins to walk you guys down. And you all single file down, and you get the best view of it once you pass kind of the top tree line and hit sort of halfway down the staircase. You look over. Freedom is a series of very, very beautifully handmade huts and buildings made of clay, dirt, mud, stone, basically any material that anyone can bring up. But there's just years of craftsmanship that you can see in here. Coming out the side of the cliff on this end is a small waterfall which comes from a stream that you kind of got a brief glimpse of up at the top, which runs actually from the far east end of the island and follows along the cliff edge before dropping into a waterfall, which pours into a pool which has been cut through an irrigation system that feeds a large farmland that you see. There's a series of bison and buffalo working it, as well as one or two people who are mostly pig. It seems to be mostly farm animals, actually, are farming here. There is a sizable military force that you see that seems to be keeping guard, but they all just seem to be having a really good time. You hear laughter. There's children running and playing. There is what looks to be a large church or monastery of some kind that kind of takes up the central end of the right side coming down. There doesn't seem to be any clear shops or bars. It seems like everything here is bartered or tended to. And this is probably one of the most peaceful, happy places you've ever seen. It just gives this very calming sense. You hear the waterfall, the laughter, a couple of voices that are just laughing, telling jokes, patting each other on the back. Feels very homely. For you, Cam, it is home.
It's a little too perfect.
A little too perfect here.
Where's all the swamp and floating corpses?
Where's all the bad stuff?
It's
Where's all the childhood trauma?
This isn't
Why do you think it's
Valencia.
called freedom?
This isn't Valencia. Calm the fuck down.
it's really very, very charming. It's like a painting almost. And as you guys reach the bottom, Cam, you are immediately embraced by one of your cousins who happens to be standing down there. It's like, thought you were supposed to be on an island by now.
Well, things didn't go as planned, but here I am.
Are you back for good, or?
Probably not.
It's always good to have you visit, though.
Yeah, my friends are supposedly a part of the prophecy, though. So I'm kind of helping them
running
out
with the
that.
big guys.
Yeah.
Just dropping the
He's
big
just like
name,
kind of
holy
just like
shit.
a little like almost childish punching
Yeah.
you in the arm sort of thing. Like, well, normal nightly banquet. Make sure you bring them all.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you guys.
I have a out of character question for I guess the three of you.
Okay.
Should Corbin be like in any way not looking like a human?
No,
Nope.
That's the
no.
okay.
Nope.
No.
All right.
This is
Well,
he's
literally the most-
definitely-
no, it's
He's definitely just
literally.
It's nice to meet y'all. Y'all can call me Rix. He's not gonna tell you my real name. He just kind of
Just-
wanders off.
Yeah.
Just like the bear guy helping us up the ladder. It's friends of mine, friends of them.
Yeah, this is literally the safest place you will ever be in Deterra.
The
Yeah.
biggest downfall to freedom ever is that they've been too trusting in the past.
Exactly.
Remember he said that his friends are part of the prophecy? I was thinking his like backstory friends, and I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. And I was like, oh wait, he's talking about.
Oh wait, shit.
He's talking about me.
What a wonderful,
yeah.
peaceful native culture. I can't wait to spread the correct ways of Western civilization.
I can't wait to force my religion upon them.
Right, so about the economy? You say religion?
There's
They know the prophecy of 4 outsiders.
Yes.
Mother of imperialism. This is
Yeah.
wonderful.
where are you going to,
4.
Cam? Where are you taking them all?
Four.
The slaves all pretty much hit the ground running, and they all
Yeah.
like one of them, the one who can still talk, turns around to you and goes, "We do owe you our lives."
No, you don't notice anything.
And that just is going to take him.
Thank you.
For-
I guess more names for my
Is there
When you're on your
something
deathbed,
we can regenerate parts
contact
for the
me.
tongue? Because I think that's something that people can do at some point, but it takes kind of a...
She said that Hellshark starts speaking again. He's
So,
like,
to be honest with you, no, we don't really have anyone who can regenerate tongues.
Okay.
If you find someone who can do that, that's great. However, I think you'll realize there is a large mixture of languages here, and some of them don't even require tongues.
Okay.
Most people figure out how to make do.
Have it, not need it, so to speak. Unfortunately, it'll probably be me that has to come back, but I assure you, if I discover how to do that, I will return.
And although we don't really trade in gold much here, we will welcome you with open arms and hooves and cloven feet and whatever else we have.
I don't want to be embraced with feet, but I do appreciate
get the
gesture.
idea.
Yes.
He is a doctor, so he could maybe help in some capacity here.
We would appreciate it. But for now, I'm going to go see my children.
Of course.
Thank you. And she kind of wanders off
Oh,
towards
she has
the
kids.
farm.
I think I might have
She said so earlier.
I don't think she'd ever mention her family
No,
much, to
she
be
hasn't
honest with you. I don't think she
mentioned her
did.
family at
She mentioned a partner and I think some children. It was
She
like-
may have mentioned
It
it,
was
like
like
an
not
off-
mention children. I know that.
but she does have a partner and children.
Because I just recently edited the episode.
Okay.
That you all are kind of in the middle of town. There's like every once in a while a small child will like wander up and kind of get uncomfortably close and look at you all, and then like skitter off. Just are you? And you're there too, aren't you?
I kicked the child away.
There's at one point there is like a definitely cheetah folk. I mean, he's like a cute little child, spotted, and he kind of reaches up to you and he like pats you, and then feels that you move and like pulls back.
Do you still have the skull on?
Mhm.
Okay.
I want the skull on. The skull stays on, Darius.
He just kind of looks. He's just kind of examining you.
So up until now, for like Armand, I've been theater of the mind. I can kind of have like a creepy mental picture. I need a drawing of this skull now, just so I can.
Yes, I have to see.
Put it
I
on.
need it.
I have my own mental
That's
image
my
of
job,
it.
isn't
Oh
it?
wait,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's my job, isn't it?
I'm actually more up to
show
Brad.
Of Armand, but not of the skull.
I can get it. I can get a better idea. Maybe.
So, but you all.
About this time, I reached the top of the ladder.
Okay, you
I
reach
guess.
the top of the ladder. You run into the same bear gentleman. He's not someone you recognize. You imagine he's got to be one of the Ursaring family. I mean, very, very rare to see somebody that's a bear that's not from the Ursaring
I mean,
families, but it
makes
does
sense.
happen.
Yeah.
And he just kind of looks at you, looks you over, and he just nods, and he's like, "Friends went down there." And then,
They're not friends.
but
Just keep walking.
as you like start to walk down, you can almost feel his gaze as he looks back, and then he kind of like shifts back on his weight a little bit. The same antelope gentleman is standing there, and when he looks at you, you've definitely seen him before. He's got a scar
I'm
that's
still
very,
very
very
drunk.
noticeable. Doesn't change the fact you know this dude.
Okay.
He's got a very clear scar on this side. Your father knew him very, very well. And you don't know that you ever really knew his name because your dad just always called him Jerkface, mostly because he was kind of an ass. And that was always, and that was kind of like the running joke that like you're not even a donkey. Why are you such an ass?
Yeah.
But he definitely looks at you like you're familiar, but he can't quite place it, and just kind of lets you drunkenly stumble past him.
I take off the headband, or not the headband, the do-rag, and I toss it to him. And I go, I'm gonna need that later, jackass.
He kind of looks at you for a second, and you can once again feel the gaze almost to your back. There's like a small crowd gathering around Nomad now. When you hit the bottom, there's just like all these people around Nomad. It's so easy to find them.
I did this with the skull.
They all jump back. It's not like a total like primitive thing. It's more like you're scaring a little kid. Most of the like grown people are just kind of standing there like this, mostly admiring the fact that you are metal. At one point, a ape folk comes out, and this is a very commonly. This family is known to make most of the ale around here. Wanders out with some ale, and they just start handing it out to people. It's just for you if you want it, essentially.
What's the demographic like here? Is it all faunus? Are there elves? What's
This
the
is all faunus that you see
Pretty much
so
all
far.
faunus, yeah.
I will tell you there are some that are not, but it is almost all faunuses.
Okay.
There's very little intermixing, but it does happen. Ink, as you hit the ground, there is a few people that kind of start muttering immediately upon seeing you.
I don't give a shit.
You don't. It's obvious you don't, but you
I'm
still
heading-
are aware of it.
I am beelining towards the monastery.
Okay. As you beeline towards the monastery, everybody give me a perception check who's trying to stand in this crowd just to see if you can see him pass you.
No.
Now I'm rolling bad.
That's actually.
This is a good time to
Oh,
not
no.
see him, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm one of the kids getting scared by Nomad.
I am not.
I'm still scared of the kids. I rolled a 1.
The gods of the dice know the fucking plot points.
Sometimes they do, it feels like.
15?
Wow.
What would be your passive stealth?
Passive
So it'd be
stealth?
10 plus your stealth.
I I think
So
that
this is just like how quiet you are when you walk and stuff without any sort of effort to do
I think
so.
that's fairly high. Stealth. That is a 17. Passive stealth.
All right. Yeah. So you don't even notice him. You do notice. Actually, I shouldn't say you don't notice him, but you do know that there's like some whispering that happens, and you notice that there's kind of a uneasy air about there. Like something is making some people uncomfortable, and you're not sure what it is. I'm checking one of the last names real quick. So you arrive at the monastery.
Yeah.
You climb up, and the first thing you see when you reach in is an loving memory statue, which is your father. It's about the first thing you see coming up there. As you start to kind of walk through, there's statues of a lot of other past masters. There's a sort of a tapping on the ground behind you. You turn to look. It's a man who is known as Jackal. He looks at you. Asakura.
Teach.
It takes him just way too long as he looks. And then he looks at the statue of your father. Why did you come back? That's where we'll pick it up next week.
Oh, damn it!
Actually, that is almost directly at 2 hours. Dang,
Right, yeah,
God.
that's perfect. Yeah, 11.
Alright.
Because I mean that's I'm glad it was 2 hours because then otherwise the cut's like because like Cairo had these goggles.
Yeah.
Hey, do the outro.
Oh, thanks for coming, guys.
God damn it! Now that entire shit is gonna be in here, and now like it's gonna be fading out right about now.
Move your drink.